Hello. Hi bro, can you hear me?
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, I can. Okay, sure. Yeah, yeah, no, no. Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah, sure. Right.
Hello, can you hear me? I hope you all can hear me. Chat is live. Hi Arya Kingdom. Hi Shankar. Shankar, you are enjoying your college concert, and I see your Instagram stories. Someone is having a lot of fun, I believe. So, yeah, how was the week? I think a couple of people are there. Hello, Biomed guy. How are you doing? I hope you are also doing great. So today's live is going to be very helpful for people who want to know about machine learning and biomedical engineering, who want to go abroad, study abroad after your BTech degree, who are looking for internship opportunities outside of India. So yeah, so someone who is about to join this live is currently doing really great in this field, and I believe you guys can get a lot of insights from this specific person. Hi Bhuvneshwari, I hope you are doing great. Shankar, I think it was a college fest for you. It was not a concert. I am assuming that. So tell me if I am right about it. Cool. Meanwhile, people are joining in. I will tell you quickly about Sairam Adithya. So he is one of the LinkedIn connections of mine. He's done his BTech in biomedical engineering from Rajalakshmi Engineering College, Chennai. Silver medalist, 9.3 CGPA, and currently he is a research intern at CERI Labs, which is in France, and currently he is pursuing masters in AI/ML. Tomorrow is my exam, but this video is interesting. Absolutely, it will help you, bro. So spend some time, maybe like 1 hour is more than enough, I would say. So again, I was saying he is currently doing masters in AI/ML from Symbiosis University, Pune, and he focuses on multimodal AI, explainable AI, neural graph networks, data analytics, and let's talk about his journey so far. After his BTech, he did a 6 months of internship with Cape Gemini Technology Services. It is a non-biomedical company. It's an IT company, but I'm curious to know what kind of work he was doing at Cape Gemini. So he was working there for he was doing an internship there for 6 months, and he was developing an internal tool for automated COVID scoring system using 3D image processing and artificial intelligence. Too complicated for me. I really don't understand these things in detail, but I think he would be the right person to talk about it. He was a student research lead at Center of Excellence in Medical Imaging, Chennai again, and his contribution has been more towards research and publication, conducting trainings on image processing and AI for like while doing consultancy projects in the industry. Talking about his current thing which is doing, active researcher in biomedical image processing, machine learning, deep learning, healthcare AI, explainable AI again, multimodal AI, has published 17 papers in Web of Science, Scopus, IEEE, and many other reputed journals. People who want to learn about paper publishing, right person to talk about. Primary area of interest lies in neuroimaging, including works on brain tumor, Alzheimer, developing automated diagnostic systems using machine learning and medical imaging. He has successfully published 5 Python libraries in PyPy related to automated AI workflows, conducted multiple workshops for students related to AI image processing, conducted a 3-day FDP, which is faculty development program, which is for teachers from his university, Chennai. Expert contributor in Kaggle with 500 global rank. So a lot of people in the WhatsApp group talk about Kaggle. So the he comes within 500 global rank. Published an ebook as well on osteoarthritis, arthritis in Amazon Kindle. You can read that as well. And finally, one of the biggest achievement I would say is All India Rank 1 in NPTEL course named Demystifying the Human Brain. I have taken that course. It's an amazing course as well. So this is someone who is going to join today's live. Make sure you are sharing this live link with your friends, classmates, teachers, faculties, whoever you think can get benefited out of this. Cool. So I will wait for 2 or 3 questions to come on the chat that you would want to ask, and then I will go to the Google Meet screen. We will have a healthy discussion. He will answer all your questions. We will also understand how his journey has been in the biomedical industry from 12th standard to college to right now doing masters in France. Hell of a journey. So questions is something that I would appreciate. Bhuvaneshwari is clapping. Thanks a lot. So that's about Sairam. He's already waiting there on the Google Meet. So what I would say is I would just hop on to the Google Meet screen. You guys can ask all the questions that you guys have while he's talking about his journey. So I will turn off my camera, switch from the screen, and I will come to the Google Meet. Cool. Let's go. Let's go. There he is. Let's go to big screen. Cool. Hey bro, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are very much audible. Just give me a
Yeah.
second. There you are on the screen. Myself. Cool. So now we are on the screen. So
Yeah.
before we start off, we are also talking for the first time. So we have
Yeah,
just
that is true.
interacted with each other over LinkedIn, few messages here and there. So Sai, I've already given your introduction in detail, but you also
Yeah, I
can go
just
ahead
gone
and
through that.
introduce yourself.
Yeah. Thomas, right? How can I address you?
You can call me Sijin or bro or anything, whatever you
Sachin.
feel
Okay,
comfortable.
that's good. Okay, so thank you for giving me this opportunity in the very first place. So I'm Sairam, and currently now I'm doing my research internship in France, and also I'm doing my second year's master's program in AI/ML from Symbiosis University. And before that, I did my bachelor's in biomedical engineering from Rajalakshmi Engineering College, where in that I worked a lot on machine learning, image processing, and all those things. That's what I'm going to talk in detail right now. And also, I'll be very excited to answer the questions you guys have. And maybe I can help you if any person is interested to develop their career in AI and biomedical engineering. How can they do? How can they start? So if they have any questions like that, I am more than happy to answer all those things.
Okay, really grateful for that introduction and the kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
help that you're offering. So we'll start off with your school days. That's what we start off with. So first we will
Okay.
want to know about your 12th standard. Which subjects did you have, and how exactly you landed biomedical engineering in the first place?
Yeah, so this is going to be the typical story of every person who landed in biomedical. So after 10th, I chose the bio group just because everyone thinks to become a doctor. That was the wish also what I had, and I went in that course. And in 11th and 12th, we just had normal biology, maths, physics, and chemistry and all. And school days literally like wasn't that great for me. I just was more oriented on the core academics. I didn't focus much on skill developing and other things. But at that time, we won't have that much awareness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like more focused on studying the bookish way of studying, and that way was more of my 12th standard. And after that, I gave NEET. The thing was like the time when I attempted NEET in 2019, the cutoff scores increased rapidly at that particular year.
Hmm.
Before it was like around 300 400s, but after that it just went to 550 600s and all.
Hmm.
And I did my schooling in state board from DAV. But I used to study the NCRT books also side by side, but still the preparation wasn't enough, and I couldn't score much to get into the medical,
Mm-hmm.
that is doctor. And I was just thinking, what else can I do? Where else can I fit into? And at that time, when I was researching at the different engineering profiles and what and all are available, many people suggested you go and do biotechnology, but biotechnology is not that much related into medical and human. Rather, it's the entire life organisms considered. They do a lot of things there, but I was more keen towards serving the healthcare community in some or the other way, and that's where I landed up, and I found a term called biomedical engineering.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I landed into this field in the very
Field.
first place,
Okay.
and I did my bachelor's.
Yeah. So I wrote NEET twice. First time when I was in 12th standard, when I wrote NEET, I scored around 420. Second time when I wrote,
Okay,
I
that's
scored
good.
120. So the improvement was great, but down the down the lane.
Yeah, right.
So okay, so you got into college. So before taking admission, did you figure out which college to join, or did you do some research from your side?
Yeah, I did some research at that time. I think this is around 5, 6 years ago. I saw Rajalakshmi Engineering College and I saw Savita College, SSN. So these
Uh-huh.
were three options.
Mm-hmm.
And I applied for everything, but in Anna University, I got this in the
Mm-hmm.
first round. So I was happy with this and I took it. I didn't focus much on the college.
Okay.
So I just was figuring out, I applied to everything which was possible and I got into this one in the counseling round.
Okay. So basically, you got in. Okay, fine. So you got into the
Yeah.
university. Then first 2 years, if you can summarize. So when I joined college, entirely new environment. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what different departments were there. So that was me in first year of college. So how was it for you for like first year and second year?
I think that's the typical story of every engineering guy. Because the first year we would be so bizarre, we won't even understand what is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like the transition from school to college, sorry, from school to college, yeah, I'm
School to
right only.
college,
From
yeah,
school to
correct.
college is something a bit big. We see a lot of students, we see a lot of departments. And obviously, if you take engineering colleges in Chennai, it is not close to the city. The traveling is there,
Mm-hmm.
30 40 kilometers traveling, tiredness, everything is going to be something new for a person who has come from the school. Generally, people choose schools in their same area, but
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to college, you have to go to the outskirts of the city. So these were
So
some
it
new
was
things. Waking up so early in the morning.
so it
So these
was
were some new things, right?
so it was first time for you away from home for you also.
Uh, not Yeah, but I studied in the same city only,
Okay, okay,
but traveling and all was something new, right?
okay, fine. And
And yes,
one
yes, yes.
one question quickly off topic. How many friends you made in 4 years of college, and how many are still in touch with you?
Nah, that's a very good question. Every person has this group friends forever.
Yeah.
My life also has that group. The
Huh.
initial, to be honest, the very first year when we came, there were around 50 in one section and 50 in other section.
Huh.
And we made a oath saying that all 50 will be together. We should be as a same gang. And that 50 became to 5 at the end.
That's very relatable. That's
So
why I
this is
had to
the
ask that
typical
question.
story for every engineering student.
So, like,
Not
bro,
even
I'm
engineering.
I'm not even part of that group anymore because everyone is in different part of the world,
That is true.
and I think people who are there in the group, that is also like the group is there like just for the
Yeah, it's
existence,
just
for
yeah,
the sake of
inactive.
it.
Yes, that's all. No messages, no nothing.
Cool.
And every year we will try to plan a reunion or do something, but that's not going to
Not
happen.
gonna happen. Absolutely, man. So, okay, first year you figured out how to survive college or how to like understanding, getting accustomed to it. Second year of college. So first year, I think you also would have basic subjects, 11th, 12th, common
Yeah.
subjects in 2 semesters.
Yes.
Second year is when you start with biomedical subjects. So how was second year
Yeah.
for you? And were you good at maths
So
in school days?
yeah, I was.
Okay, so basically you're a nerd.
Yeah, you can say so.
I'm proud, bro. You said like, okay, you accepted, but people
Yeah, I
don't
accepted.
accept. Yeah, that's good. That's absolutely great. So yeah, second year.
So because at that time I was, but like you just say me, what is nerd? I want to know what's a nerd. What do you
Bro,
mean by nerd?
nerd, I would say nerd is someone who is very smart and who likes to
Okay.
read books, gain knowledge from the books. So, like, I would not say a nerd is like, and also, like, he is very curious to learn everything. They will not feel
Okay.
disinterested to not learn anything. So, now let's say
Okay.
I would not call myself a nerd. Partially, I would agree because I like learning new things, but not all the topics, that exists.
Yeah.
So I would say nerd
Okay.
would be someone who is curious to learn, according to me.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I wanted to, no, I wanted to know because there is some misconceptions, right? That nerd means a person who does only studies, not anything beyond
No,
that.
no, like
Like for
see,
a person who,
someone who wants to explore filmmaking using his mobile phone is also a nerd, I would say. So I would call him a nerd because he's open to
that's,
learning filmmaking, which no one learns.
see, if this is the definition everyone considers, then everyone would be happy to accept as a nerd, right?
They should be, but society,
Yeah. That
that's
is
where you
okay.
are
That's a
right.
different
There's a
topic.
misconception. So yeah, second
Yeah.
year of college.
Yeah. So second year, it hit us hard with COVID
Oh
lockdown.
yeah, true.
So just a few days after second year started, we got messages that there will be no offline classes, full online classes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And online class, I don't know whether to say it's a boon or bane. It is both. From students' point of view, no tortures, no need to come daily and attend. You can play PUBG, you can see Insta, whatever you want. So it is a boon in that way.
Hmm.
But the offline teaching part will miss and definitely won't have your attention, and that is going to be on the bane side.
Hmm.
So it just went like that for me.
Hmm.
And what happened was in my second year, like just a few days before the college was about to shut down and online thing was starting,
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking to one professor. His name is Dr. Suresh Anand. So he was actually a neurosurgeon.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, he came into this field as a professor. And then he went into industry and now he's back into teaching. So I was very curious to work related to brain applications from
Mm-hmm.
the beginning. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
the reason why, but somewhat I had an internal feeling that I wanted to work in that.
Hmm.
And I approached him and asked sir that I'm really interested to do in this. So what can I do, sir? How can I proceed?
Hmm.
So he suggested, and at that time only the machine learning and AI thing was starting to boom.
Boom off,
So
yeah.
this was the 2020s, yeah. So like he was like, see, lockdown is going to start. It is practically impossible for you to learn brain from the biological way. So
Mm-hmm.
like it is not possible. You don't even have the expertise to go and learn because the course is also not appropriate for me and I don't
Mm-hmm.
have the expertise. So he suggested me to start learning the machine learning and deep learning because deep learning is something that is inspired by the human brain.
Mm-hmm.
So how our human brain works, they have mathematically modeled it into neural networks. That's what we say. So he told me use this lockdown time and start studying these topics,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe in future you might land in working in brain, and that's where I am right now.
Wonderful. So one question off topic again. I am
Yes,
assuming, like from my perspective, when you did this, how many students were there in your class, if you remember?
52.
52. So when obviously, bro, like I would not say that 80 or 70% of people, students also would also go like and tell their professors that I want to explore this domain, and you did that. So were you the odd one out in the classroom where like there's all?
That was there for sure.
So what kind of problems I would say you faced, which you dealt with obviously, but I think that is something you can talk about.
Yeah. So the I won't say problems, but the major advantage I had was lockdown. I don't need to see any
True.
person. I don't
Uh-huh.
need to see their faces at all.
Uh-huh.
So and as a person, as a mentality of mine, I don't think or I won't say care, but rather I won't consider about
Bother.
what others are going to think. I don't bother. Yeah, that's a good word. So I don't bother about other people and their opinions. So if we have all the opportunities, it is
Mm-hmm.
really in our hands to take use of it.
Okay.
And
So
if we hesitate, then things are not going to happen.
Cool. So if I'm getting it correct, second year COVID hit, and during COVID you started exploring MLAI.
Yes.
Okay. A follow-up question: did you know coding by then in second year? Were you a coder
No.
by then? No.
No.
Did you know coding in your 12th standard?
No. No, I
No.
did the biology group, right? So not related to that.
Okay. So you didn't have maths also.
We had maths. Yeah,
So
maths
maths
was
with
there.
bio.
I had a strong maths background. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So second, when did you learn coding again? Like,
Yeah. So coming back to that, that's actually a story I have.
uh-huh.
If you guys have time, I can say
Absolutely,
my
bro.
second year to
We
third
stayed
year,
till
I
12.
have a lot to. Yeah. Regarding the that NPTEL course, I have a long story. That
Mhm.
story which I have not shared to anyone, which I'm going to share here
Okay.
right now.
Okay, cool. Great,
Yeah.
man.
So what happened is I'll come back to the question later, or
Sure.
should I say it now? Or like how does it? Is it anything works?
So again, we will just like there will be a follow-up question. So we will answer that and
Okay.
again come back to the same topic which we were discussing.
Okay. So I'll first answer this. So like sorry, what was the question
Coding.
again?
Like when did you start exploring
Yeah.
coding?
I started. So I think I started exploring in the mid of second year and third year, I guess. Yeah. In
Okay.
that.
And how did you learn coding and which language did you choose?
For AI, Python is the primary language.
Uh-huh.
Majority applications is in, so I chose with Python only.
Okay.
And we had C in our college,
College one
but I
semester.
just read it for the sake
Exam.
of semester. I didn't go much on that.
Yeah.
And obviously, YouTube is the greatest platform where we can learn and upskill
Uh-huh.
ourselves. So that is where I started learning.
So did you buy any course just to learn Python or just to
Mm,
learn coding?
Yeah, I not just to learn Python, but I had bought a course on deep learning. That was more deep into maths and other
Great.
stuff.
But again, you need to know Python first for that if I'm getting it correct. No?
Yeah, but yeah, that's like it differs from person to person. According to my perspective, initially to learn AI, there is no necessity for Python
Mm-hmm.
because what I suggest generally to my students and my younger people also is that understand the fundamentals first. Understand
Mm-hmm.
what AI is, what is going through. Understand the math behind it. If
Mm-hmm.
any algorithm you're dealing with or any technique you're learning,
Mm-hmm.
understand how it works. And the very first thing I say is solve by pen and paper,
Okay.
even if it is the basic maths algorithms or some complex things. Just take for a few data and solve it. By once you solve that problem manually with hand, obviously using calculators, you will understand more about it. And then once you jump into coding, you will get a whole level of understanding, which if you start from the practical side you won't get. See, there are some problems in this approach. Like, let's say we have two students, A and B. So the
Mm-hmm.
first student is going the conventional way. How they do is they learn Python, and then they
Mm-hmm.
start with projects, and while doing projects they learn.
Mm-hmm.
So this person at the end of the month, he would be having, let's say if he does weekly one project, he'll be having four projects.
Mm-hmm.
The other person B, who's going to work as I am suggesting, I won't recommend, but this is how I learned. So start with the fundamentals, start with the background maths, learn the probability, statistics,
Mm-hmm.
the calculus, what and all is the backbone for AI, learn the
Mm-hmm.
math,
Mm-hmm.
and then start learning each algorithm, learn how it works, what kind of data you have to give, what is the pre-processing you need to do, any specific things I need to do for it to work well,
Mm-hmm.
and what can I do to boost its performance. If you learn everything with a very detailed conceptual understanding,
Mm-hmm.
that student in 1 month he will not have any project.
Mm-hmm.
But in the second month, if he starts doing project, he will finish the project in 1 day, which the person A took 1 week to do.
Okay.
He can, whatever he lost, he can catch it. It's not nothing to lose. But and even after that, if I say the candidate A and B goes to the interview, the chance
Mm-hmm.
of B getting selected is very high,
Mm-hmm.
because interviews in industries, they expect this concept, because you know chat gpt, you know there are a lot of generative AI tools, it will code really for us, literally for us. And AI is not like the other tech fields where you need to code innovatively.
Mm-hmm.
Code is available. If you fix a task, the code is there for you,
Okay.
but you need to know what to change so that I will get a good output. If I change this, what will happen? I can ask a simple question in the project you done. If I do this, and why did you do this, why did you not do that,
Mm-hmm.
why did you use this? If a
Mm-hmm.
person who did not have the conceptual understanding, he will say, sir, I found this from, he can't, he will say that I found in the code, this is what many people are using,
Open
that's why I'm
source.
using.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if the person who knows the conceptual understanding and fundamentals, he will give the exact reason. There might be some mathematical reason, or there might be something which is leading to that good result. So this is what the industry expects, and this
So,
is what I suggest people to learn.
so did you start learning coding and AIML like simultaneously, or first you finished
No,
coding and then started with?
No, no, no. I first started with the fundamentals. I think 1 or 2 months I started with the fundamentals only. And then later only when I thought to work on projects, I started with the Python part.
Okay, so first 4 semester of your college, you were just exploring and learning, right?
Yeah,
Did you do any internship in first 2 years of college? No.
nope.
Okay. Now third year. So third year is when. So did your college push you to do mini projects in first 2 years of college, or it came
No.
in third year only?
It was there regarding electronics. We had multisim, right?
Hmm.
So we were they told to do some mini projects regarding some electronic circuits regarding in multisim. We did that, but
Okay.
not something big because lockdown was there. We couldn't do much.
Okay. So third year, what did you do? So you second
Yeah.
year you
So
started exploring. First 2 years you were just
yeah.
exploring basically. Now third year and fourth year 2 years, what happened?
Yes, so third year is when I got to know that this is what I'm going to do. I fixed. So after first 2 years of exploring, I explored other things also like AR, VR, and
Mm-hmm.
instrumentation and whatever things are possible in biomedical engineering, what specializations we can do.
Mm-hmm.
And after much of exploring, I got to know that this is what I'm going to do and this is what I like. So I was much focused in this. And third year is where I started working in that Center of Excellence in Medical Imaging.
Mm-hmm.
So that was associated with my department, and I took that up. It was kind of inactive before that, but after that I came and I voluntarily did lot of things. I taught my juniors whatever I knew. I was simultaneously learning and teaching. Every weekly I used to do workshop
Fun
sessions, and I used to participate in lot of hackathons. Whatever
hackathons.
hackathon is possible, I just participate.
Fine.
That
So
gives a next level of learning.
so if I'm correct, you are also like me, less attending classes and more attending workshops and events that happen in
That
the
is true.
college.
Yeah, that
That
was
is one
how that was
reason
the
my
percentage. Yeah.
why my faculties used to hate me because I never used to turn up in the classroom. Like even computer science is hosting some workshop, I'll go and attend it. Right? So
Yes, yes, I do all those things, but
now
still I bring name and honor to the department, so they don't mind much.
that's true. Like same happened with me, but then yeah. Anyways, let's not go there.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
right
If
now,
some staffs are watching, then I can't say some things, right?
so yeah, third year is when now again. Do you think 4 years? I'm just asking as a general question. 4 years of studies that you did in college. That is basically what your professors taught you or what your syllabus was. Just by doing it, do you think you would have been here right now where you are?
No, not at all.
Now, okay, since you said no, out of 100%, how would you equate it? Ki this much self, like extra that you did, and this much is what college helped me to get knowledge from. Like if we give
Okay,
like a
considering
percentage.
my thing, yeah. So I am currently now working in AIML, which
Hmm.
is completely off topic from biomedical.
Hmm.
So I would mostly relate 80 to 85% of my own hard work and whatever I learned on my own.
Hmm.
And obviously, the math background was very good for me. Like I personally like maths, and I used to uh, learn it with a lot of interest in the first 2 years, and that helped me to do well. So I
Mm-hmm.
would contribute 15 to 20% rest for that.
Okay.
Since
Now,
my field is completely off topic, but if a person wants to do proper core biomedical, then I would say a lot would relate to their syllabus.
okay. Now, again, a follow-up question. Little controversial, but I
Yeah.
ask everyone. A lot of colleges right now have this 4 years of course, BTech Biomedical
Okay.
Engineering with specialization in AI, ML, or data
Yeah.
science. Do you think it's
Yeah, I've
actually
heard
worth
that.
it, or
Actually.
is just a marketing gimmick?
Hmm.
You
Okay,
can be
it's a
honest
marketing.
about it. You
Yeah,
agree
I'll
with
be
it?
honest. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Cool. Okay. So again, these are the conversation. Like these
You,
are the
you
questions we
want, you
always
want,
ask.
I can give you the reason also because if I just
Absolutely.
bluntly say no, then
Like I have
there might,
discussed the
yeah.
reason many times, but yes, you can absolutely discuss your
See,
reasons.
because if considering this particular specialization,
Hmm.
what the people are trying to inculcate in the students is they must understand both the domain perspectives and
Mm-hmm.
also understand the AI/ML tech perspectives.
Hmm.
This is something really great. See, it depends on what is the scope or objective of the student. So,
Mm-hmm.
if I am a student and I am really interested to pursue a career in biomedical and AI, mostly on the research side and
Mm-hmm.
not on the industrial side as of initial phases, then this course will be really great because it will cover on both the sides. You will get a lot of knowledge, lot of idea, and it will open up to a lot of research topics.
Mm-hmm.
But the industry doesn't expect this thing. It does expect a person to have a domain knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
but it will focus more on the AI/ML side rather than on the domain side. If you have a domain knowledge, it's a plus point. That
Okay.
is there for sure.
So I will make it little easy to understand. Since you did biomedical engineering, simultaneously did self-learning, you
Yeah.
are more niche-based AI/ML engineer focusing on healthcare, and that also specifically on
Yes.
neurology or neural engineering.
Yes. Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
But if someone
Yeah.
who is just focusing on AI or ML would be someone who can join any options that is in front of me. But again, once
Yeah.
he joins the industry, he needs to upskill himself or herself.
Yeah, that if you want me to answer it specifically, then I would say he needs to know, he must have a good proficiency in coding. They say data structures, and then he has to work with databases, cloud, blockchain, and integrating with other technologies. He needs to know because there is even I'm not sure. I have not gone into the industry, but what I have heard based on my colleagues and other people is, even though a person is selected for AI as a data scientist or whatever role, he is learning other technologies also, like how to integrate AI with cloud, how to integrate AI with full stack development to develop websites, and how to integrate with hardware for IoT applications. So it's not just a core single field that as a core AI I should know AI, I should not go beyond that. So this technology is integrated with other technologies. So he needs to know more of that. And a CS student is more flexible than compared to a domain student in these cases because he's been learning that for the past 4 years.
True, true, true.
But as that biomedical plus AI course, it's not going to be fully. And even though in AI, they don't start with the computer fundamentals like operating systems and other very computer architectures and all. This is not going to directly contribute to AI, but having a knowledge of that is going to help a lot in some
So,
or the other way.
so if I'm like, it's my perspective again. If someone wants
Yeah.
to be like you, where you are right now, he should devote
Okay.
8 hours in college learning what is biomedical, and remaining,
Okay.
let's say, 6 or 7 hours learning coding, AI/ML, and this. So, what I'm assuming is you need at least to invest 12 to 13 hours a day to do it
Mm.
simultaneously. How much time did you invest on a daily basis over like second
Yeah.
year, third year, and fourth year?
Actually, like, okay, in my second years, I would literally sleep for 3 to 4 hours, and the rest 20 hours I used to study and work only. I was in that zone.
I
I
was right.
used to work like, yeah,
Cool. Follow up question. So I interact with a lot of first year, second year students, right? And most
yeah.
of the people who are watching, they are also first year, second year, or biomedical students.
Okay, that's great.
So what I wanted to ask you is basically, first, biomedical is a very vast industry.
That is
Ortho,
true.
osteo, ophthalmo, neuro. How can a student find out which domain interests him or her? Because, right, their college will teach so many subjects, but
Yeah, yeah.
they have to study to pass exam and they cannot explore. So what would you suggest, like someone who is confused but loves biomedical industry can find which is his calling or her calling to
Yeah.
find out what domain they want to pursue?
Yeah, it's a good question. So actually, I would like to define biomedical according to my own way. So I consider biomedical engineering as some piece of technology or engineering which we do to serve healthcare. It can be any
True.
department, any technology, some application serving healthcare. This is what very simply I consider
Absolutely
biomedical as.
correct.
So if a person wants to work in this field, then he needs to know two things: what technology or engineering part is interested, and what area is interested. So in my case, I don't know. I had no reason, but I wanted to work in brain. That's why I fixed neuroimaging, neuroscience basically. And if technology wise, I was exploring. So how I decided the technology was, I just went to Google. I searched what and all technologies are there that is currently being used in biomedical. So there is MEMS, there are biomaterials, there are biomechanics, and then the hardcore electronics is there, and AI is there, AR, VR, even website development. So there are a lot of things, and I started exploring what and all each of those tech are, how it is being used in healthcare. And one particular thing clicked and fascinated me. That was AI, like how AI is automatically doing the diagnosis and saving his doctor time. Okay, that's how we started, but that's not how it is going now. But that fascinated me a lot, and that made me to think that okay, I should do a career in this, and that is what I should become. So this was how I decided. But if for any person, I would definitely recommend them to explore who internet is available. So even now ChatGPT is there. You don't need to go and search directly. You can just even hit some good prompts and it will tell you what and all things are there and how it is being used. If any one thing you like it and you're personally attracted to it, do it. That is, if you have a liking, then nothing is going to stop you from doing it.
Great. So, in short, again, it's very blunt. You do the hard work, you will you will reach somewhere in life. But what I believe most of the time happens in colleges, 4 years
Hmm.
college life, I want to enjoy, make good memories with friends, go for trips, enjoy the freedom that we get away from parents, and get into relationships. Obviously, did you have a relationship in college?
Yeah, I had.
Is it
Yeah, I did.
still sustaining or
No.
no? There you go, my man. So these are the things most of the students fall for. So I think you would also agree, you avoid this, you will reach somewhere as soon as your college ends. Do you agree with it?
No,
I
this is
will
also part of it.
balance again, like absolutely. Like I think you should have a perfect balance between the two, if I'm
Yeah,
saying it in the right way.
yeah, it is true. You should have balance in everything. Life is all about balance, right?
Cool. I learned after college, so sadly.
Yeah, same.
Great. So, okay, third year this happened. Now let's
Yeah.
go off topic and let's understand how did you come to know about NPTEL and how did it impact your career?
So it did impact me a lot. How I got to know is my college only had told me.
Huh.
So there is this NPTEL local chapter
Swayam.
programs. I
Huh.
guess I'm
Okay.
not
Huh,
sure.
huh,
Ah,
huh.
Swayam is the portal where
Portal.
they
Yeah.
upload the courses.
And every
Uh,
college will
I,
have you do
yeah,
one subject, you
the
get
local. Yeah,
credits.
yeah, I did. My entire eighth semester I waived off with NPTEL only.
Okay.
So yeah, these were some things they did, and I just explored the courses. And as I said, I liked working related to brain, and I found
Hmm.
this demystifying the human brain course really well.
Hmm.
It was a 4 weeks course,
Hmm.
and half of the course had AI also in that, like how AI and brain is related, how AI gets evolved. So I really liked that course, and I just started doing it.
Follow-up question. So in that course, they will teach AI/ML like from basics, from scratch, or you should have pre-existing knowledge.
No, no, no. It's not a course on AI/ML. They like actually AI started in 1950s, and they started to train develop these algorithms inspired by human brain learning.
Uh-huh.
So that course more deals on the brain side. So how AI is evolved from the brain. It's not more on the tech side. It's more on the domain or the conceptual side.
Mm-hmm.
And from that course, I got a lot of interest and liking towards AI. My got a lot of awareness on what AI is and how it started.
Mm-hmm. Okay, makes sense. I'll come to the chat now.
Okay.
So Bhuvneshwari is asking again. So I think you would cover this, but again you can answer if you want to. What kind of
Yeah, yeah,
IT
sure. I'll
job
go.
he did in his internship, Chennai? So since you
Yeah,
had
yeah.
mentioned
So
Capgemini, I assumed it,
yeah,
you
yeah,
were into IT. That's
yeah, yeah. It is. Yeah. That was like many people think yeah, Capgemini is an IT company. It is true, but Capgemini had their own medical imaging team where similar to IT. So what an IT team or guy does, he will be working for some client, and that client will be in any domain.
Mm-hmm.
So this particular wing or branch had their clients mostly on the medical imaging domains. To be specific, it was Siemens or G. I don't remember,
Mm-hmm.
but we were working like for that client. There are some internal things that I can't say
For
since
sure.
NDA has been signed. Yeah, but the project which I had worked on was something internal tool that they were planning to develop.
Mm-hmm.
So it was regarding COVID scoring. So
Mm-hmm.
I was not completely a part of the project, but some things I was able to do in that.
Mm-hmm.
What they did during the COVID time was the lung has 5 lobes. The right has three and the left has two. So each lobe, they try to find how much percent of infection is present,
Mm-hmm.
and they quantify that score from 1 to 5. So let's say if it is 20%, then 140 means 2, like that. And they count it for all the 5 lobes and they give a score out of 25. So and based on that score they will determine how severe the patient is and what they should do next.
Mm-hmm.
So this was what they were focused on, and it was on 3D, on the entire 3D CT images.
Mm-hmm.
So like we did a process called segmentation where we tried to separate out a specific part from an image. So we segmented the lobes, and then we segmented the images, the infections, and we tried to calculate how much percent of the infection was present in the entire lobe. So
Mm-hmm.
and based on that some other math, and this project was what I was assigned to. This was kind of it's an IT company, but the internship I got and the project I was working on was on biomedical and in image processing.
So you did only one internship in this company in 4 years of college.
Yeah,
Okay. How did you
yeah.
find this internship? Or
So
a lot of students don't know how to find internship. They say that there are no companies which are accepting their internship
yeah, yeah,
seek
okay,
like
understand.
opportunity that they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So what I always mention is you need to do and you need to find. So like I got internship by calling 60, 10, 15 companies on a daily basis, and I think 60th company gave me the internship. That also it was paying me
Okay.
stipend. Were you getting stipend in internship?
No, I didn't get.
No, you didn't get. Okay, so I was lucky. I got
That
stipend.
was great.
So now what is happening that you would also see is a lot of training institutes are coming in and saying that you pay us money and do the internship, and students are falling
That's a
trap
scam.
of it. Again,
That's a
thanks a
scam.
lot. So why do you think it's a scam? Please explain, and then we'll come
See,
back to the question.
yeah, yeah. So, what is an internship? You need to understand that particular term. An intern is a person in the company who's not a full-time employee, but he is a part of the company and he's responsible for doing some project or work. So, you are getting work from that person. And the bare minimum you should do, even if you're not able to pay him, at least give him some recognition through certificates, LOR, or whatever it is. If you are taking money from the person and you're also taking work from that person, then that's not what you call an internship. And how these things work is, they say that if like some programs, I don't remember the names and I could not mention them also, but they what they do is they say that they ask us to pay some money, and then they will say that we will give you training for 1 month, and after that we will assign you to a project which is industry tied, and once you finish the project we will give you a certificate. So this is how it will work. But if they are taking the money for the training and they're doing, it is fine. If you don't know the skills and you really want to do,
But it should not be considered
I
as an
give,
internship. It should be
yeah,
considered
yeah,
as
it
a
is
training.
training program. Yeah, that was true.
Right, great. So now, since you are not much aware about this side, I'll just like quickly tell you what they are doing right now. So now, instead of
Yeah.
certificate, they tell you that they will help you with placement assistance.
This is the
So they
next
will
level
finish
scam.
this
Okay.
training. Now, what they do
Yeah.
is there are distributors. Now, let's say I'm a distributor who has tied up with Medtronic, Siemens, GE Healthcare, and selling their equipment as a third-party vendor. So now these
Okay.
training institutes have tied up with these third-party vendors, right? And these third party
Yeah.
vendors will assign you to sell Medtronic equipment, and they will be branding it
Mhm.
placed in Medtronic, but it's in a third vendor payroll. And maximum jobs are into service, field engineer, service engineer, installation of equipments, and
Yeah.
things like that. So I think that is one thing which I always stick to, and I tell all the students ki never pay for an internship. Internship is something where either you are paid or you are given a certificate or a letter of
Or
recommendation, like you said.
some allowances, something. Yeah.
Great.
If you're paying, then don't call it an internship.
Right, absolutely. I agree with you. So, coming to the question,
Yeah.
uh,
So for Capgemini internship, like how I got this internship, that
yeah,
was what people asked it.
yeah,
So I was lucky enough. So there was adjunct professor in my department called Dr. Saptagiri. So he works in Capgemini, and he's also an adjunct professor in my department.
guest
So
lecturer, right?
as yeah, guest lecturer kind of.
Okay,
Yes. He won't come often, but
once in
he
a while.
comes and talks about industry. Yeah, yeah, that kind
Mm-hmm.
of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So as I mentioned, in my third years, I was working in that COE medical imaging, right? So I was doing the
Mm-hmm.
research there. I
Mm-hmm.
was working on the publications and consultancy projects. And
Mm-hmm.
he then asked me if you're interested to an internship with me for a 6 month course in your final year. So, and he knew me. So because I was working with him for the past 1 year, he knows what and all I knew. Still, he said, you need to learn these things. You need to do these things. Once you are, because at my second year, I asked him. That's what I suggest everyone. You have to ask and you have to come outside of your shell. I came to know that it is possible to do internships through him. I went and asked him. He said, you are not skilled enough. Upskill yourself, come back next year. I did that same thing. I went the next year. He himself asked me that if you're interested to do the internship. And
But
that's how I landed.
but I think we feel that nowadays students are expecting professors to come and like, ask you that are you interested to do an internship or can you do
That's
this,
never gonna happen.
right? So
See,
very
from a
quickly.
teacher's point of view, there are 50, 60 students to cover from his point of view. But
Mm-hmm.
according to your point of view, he's the only professor.
True,
So you
absolutely
can
correct.
go and talk to him, right? So because that's what I say everyone. So that's like, if you want the internship opportunity, you have to go and talk to people. You have
So
to prove that you are worthy enough.
So
Then they are going
indirectly,
to take.
so indirectly, it was a result of you networking with someone, and maybe that networking helped you to land an internship.
Yeah,
So how important was LinkedIn over 4 years of college? My
that is
favorite
very
question
important.
again.
LinkedIn is very important, I would say, because what I personally observed through LinkedIn is I didn't focus much on my goal. So like people say, like you have to use LinkedIn to, if you want to get a job, go into LinkedIn. If you want to get a good college, go into. I was not oriented much on that side. I rather started using LinkedIn just to improve my network, interact with a lot of people, know what people are doing in my field. That was what I started LinkedIn with. And ultimately, one or the other way, I am getting the benefits. So I even got job offers from LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
And this happened like I won't mention the company name, but in my third years I was also in that begging phase where I was applying for companies, the job sections and all. I used to apply a lot, and I sometimes getting rejected is also fine, but majority of the times they don't even say,
Hmm.
they don't even
कि
convey,
why
they
you
just
are
keep
not
our
selected?
application on hold. That is fine, but sometimes they don't even process the application, they just
Hmm.
keep it on hold, so we don't know what is our status. But
Hmm.
still I used to do all those things, and I used to message the CEOs. If I targeted startups, then I would message the CEOs and HRs directly saying that this is what I'm doing. So they're like, it's fine, you can have a meeting. I did a lot of meetings. I attended around 10 to 15 different startups in my third year. I used to attend their meetings where CTOs and CEOs used to bombard me with a lot of questions.
Hmm.
Even after that, I got rejected without any reasons. So I did all those things, but ultimately like didn't give up, and more I was focusing on improving my network. There's just post your achievements. It's not only about posting achievements, so that is not
Learnings.
LinkedIn. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, post your learnings. That's what I say. If you're posting about a project, don't say what you achieved. Define your learning path, what mistakes you did, what challenges did you observe, and how did you overcome. Because if any another person comes and sees that, he will get some learning from that. And
So,
later on I got to know the different features like communities, post and all. And later I just improved myself, and I'm still in the learning phase and still improving my network.
okay, that's nice. Even me, man, like, be open to
Yeah,
learn and be open to network. I think that will help you to sustain in the industry altogether.
that is true.
So, what do you think in today's world? How easy is it to get a job through LinkedIn if you just know communication skills? If you just have communication skills.
So I won't. I'll give a general answer because I won't go specific into my domain.
Hmm.
If you are good enough in communication, and if you're able to market yourself very well to the people, I feel the chance of getting job is fair, good enough. But it depends on how you're approaching. If you just go and there are job sections in LinkedIn. You just fill the basic application process and you just finish it. I am not going to say you will get a job in that
Yeah,
day,
you
but
need to be
it's luck.
smart.
But you have, yeah, you need to do something more than that.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest is, I think there is a website called Hunter. In Hunter, if you just go and put this link of the job or whatever it is, it will give you the mail of the HR directly.
Hmm.
I haven't tried, I've heard it, but what I do is in LinkedIn itself, it directly says who's the HR or
Hiring
who's the
manager.
hiring person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I go and give a connection request to them, and in the request, I used to give a
Mention
nice
why.
good message. Yeah, short message saying what I want to, why do I want to connect with you, and I used to interact with them. And another thing, what I would do is I go to Google News,
Hmm.
and in that, let's say I am applying for an AIML job in any company, let's say Capgemini itself.
Hmm.
So what I do is I go to Google, I search Capgemini plus AIML, and I go to the news section. And what it does is it will say what are the new trends that are happening in the company.
What
And
exactly
I
they are
use
working
that,
on.
yeah, I use that as a lead for communicating with the HR,
Okay, this
and
is
I
why.
use the same in my interviews,
That's
and I
really
try
great.
to relate my work to that. So example, if let's say they're working in X-rays, they have got a new fund, or they have got a new collaboration with the government organization to work specifically on X-rays. I will showcase my X-ray project first, saying that I am also working in that and I'm really interested to
So,
contribute for.
so
So this will
basically,
make us stand unique from the others,
also it is basically you are basically pre-qualifying yourself for the basic requirements. Great
and
one.
they will remember us.
Right, absolutely.
Because for each job there will be thousands of applications. You need to do something so that you stand out from the others.
Great. Okay, so Bhuvaneshwari's question is answered. Sarvesh says,
Okay.
Bra, even in my college, so Sarvesh is also from REC College, Chennai, your college. So,
Okay, that's nice.
like, even in his college, there is something called NPTL, but exactly I don't know what it is. It will be more useful for everyone if he explains that in detail. I guess it is
Yeah,
an
sure, I will.
website like Coursera, not sure. Quickly, you can run through, it's
uh,
very simple
yeah,
answer.
I will. Yeah. So see, NPTL is basically seven IITs and IIC Bangalore. So whatever courses they teach in their curriculum, they are offering the same courses to every students in their online platform. I won't say it's like Coursera, because in Coursera, once you finish the course, you'll get the certificate. But in NPTL, you have to crack an exam. and in that exams they have different criteria, and in based on the percentages you will get medals. They used to give physical medals, but now they have stopped it. I got the gold medal
No.
at my time, but they said that we have stopped the services and we are not giving it. That's what I
Great.
got the mail. And what benefits you can get is from the college level, you can use this as a flexi credit. So you can transfer this. That's what they call as course transfer.
Hmm.
So in your seventh and eighth semesters, you have subjects called electives, professional electives and open electives. So you can swap those electives with these. So what I did in my eighth semester, I had three subjects and all three were open electives. My Capgemini internship was of 3 credits, so I swapped one subject with that, and the rest were one credit courses. I swapped two NPTEL courses with that, and I didn't do any course in my HM at all.
Okay.
So you can get a lot of time. So if you get placed in a company in the 8th sem around and you don't need to go to college at all, so this will be very useful at that time. And apart from the general benefits, you get access to IIT lectures, because that's the high tier universities in India, right? So we will be getting free access to it, and you will, this certificate will speak a lot better than other paid courses you do. I'm going to say
But
that
again,
also,
I would
because
add to it that is useful if you actually learn it, not just for certificates. You're passing the exam and just getting the certificate.
yeah, if you learn well, it means you will be scoring more. So your score talks, right?
So it's very
Yeah,
useful if you
that's
learn it in a in
yeah.
a really serious way. So thanks for sharing that.
And one personal thing, like this will be a very long story, but I'll not say. If
Sure, sure,
interested, I can say it in a
sure,
separate
sure, sure.
session. So what happened is, once I cleared this exam of this demystifying the brain, and I got to know, I didn't even know that I was the first rank. Then my friend said that there is the percentile below, saying 1 percentile and the gold medal and all. I think I'm not was a gold medal, but it was in silver. I got 85%, but I was in the 1 percentile of 2,000 students,
Hmm.
and only 200 got selected. So I got to know I was in the top one or the other way, and I immediately mailed the professor. So
Hmm.
it was from IIT Madras only.
Hmm.
I mailed the professor saying that thank you, sir. Just a gratitude message, and I even asked him that is there anything I can do further, kind of a project or internship to explore my knowledge in this particular course. And I thought, okay, IIT professors, he's actually the head of CNC, computational neuros. I don't remember. I'm
Hmm.
very
Hmm.
sorry for that. He was the head of that lab. He was actually, I think, the dean level. So he's a very busy person. So I thought he would never reply me or reply me right. But to my shock, he replied me the next minute and said, "That's very great. Congratulations. You can do an internship with us if you're interested."
Ah,
So I
so
really didn't know that this is how it's gonna end. And
right.
unfortunately, I couldn't get in that internship. That is a long story.
Okay.
But I got an opportunity for an internship, an invitation from that legend
So
itself.
basically, what happens is the first, I think, like you said, the first few students, uh, whoever reaches out to them first via email, they offer an internship. So my junior also scored more than 80%. Like you got into the top 200, I think, and then immediately he
Yeah.
mailed and he did an internship in IIT. And that is a stipend based paid internship that you do with them. So as you know, as people say, it always takes one message or one phone call or one email to change, like the career pathway
Yeah.
entirely. So great one. But for sure, we will know about that long story in one episode. Maybe next month,
Sure,
one
definitely.
Sunday, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
So
happy.
next question, Arya King, Bhuvneshwari, is math very important? What kind of job will have less math knowledge? So Bhuvneshwari is very scared of maths. So quickly, she's a first year
Okay.
student, just started off college. So yeah.
Yeah. See, if you're going to enter into computer science, I would say, because computers work based on math only. But I would not say that every field of computer science you need to know a good understanding of maths. AI specifically, you need to know maths because that's how things work. If you know, you can do it better. That's
Hmm.
what I'm trying to say. It's not
Hmm.
a necessity that you need to know maths or you need to do a BSc degree in maths so that you can come do better in this. It's not a necessity, it's not a
Hmm.
requirement,
Hmm.
but if you know, you can do better. That's what, there are still people who skip maths and come to the AI part. You can do, if regarding AI. Other than that, fields that require less maths, maybe I can say web development. I can go with other fields of tech also. I'm not that
Then sales is
well
always
versed in
there.
other fields regarding AI.
Sales is always
So what
there.
is it? Yeah, that is there.
So I'm a
You
core
can go
sales
with other
guy.
general
So
niches
yeah.
also.
Yeah, true, very true. So, by the way, Bhuvneshwari was my first few subscribers when I was like below
Oh
100, I
wow.
think. And now she's
Okay.
going to teach Python for two other students from 1st October.
Oh, that's great.
So she is going to
Congrats.
take 15 days classes for people who are interested to learn Python.
Okay,
So
that's
very
great. All the
hardworking.
best to you.
Arya Kingdom. I am really confused about how to start online courses as a fresher. Recommendations.
Okay, so it depends on what you're going to learn. But if you have a lot of time, then I would definitely suggest you to go and learn the
CS.
lectures from professors. Yeah,
CS
Harvard University's.
50.
I
Evergreen
was about to say
course.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long course. It's very lengthy because that was what I was suggested also. I didn't go in that way. If I had gone, I would even have a better fundamental, good understanding on the fundamentals. But Harvard universities and many other top tier global universities, if you just follow their courses, it will give a next level of understanding. And
Right.
no course, no
Can beat
YouTuber
them.
or no course can give that level.
But
They can do something good of their own, but that is the best.
best part about CS50 course is that the way they teach, like, the way he teaches, just give me a second. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sure, it's fine.
So actually, my my ring light fell off all of a sudden. So
Okay. It's fine.
right, I forgot what we were talking.
Yeah,
CS50.
CS.
The way he teaches, that is really like it holds you. That is the best
Yeah,
part about CS50. Like still, like it's evergreen. It's because of that. The way he teaches is very interesting.
that is true.
Like a
That's
very
why they're
small
Harvard
10-year-old
professors,
kid.
right? Yeah, that's how they teach. That is true. But I would definitely recommend that thing.
Same.
Or whatever niche or whatever technology you want to work, that is the first thing I
CS50
would
is,
recommend.
yeah. CS50.
It's
I think it
yeah,
is because it talks more about problem solving mindset, or I think it's problem solving. He basically teaches you how to solve problems. But
yeah, and
obviously
he
there is
teaches
like a
from
computer
scratch.
science touch to it. But I think it helps you in all domain, like you said.
Yeah, it does. That is true
Great.
for sure.
Anushka Chakravarti, how did you get the internship in France? So
Yeah. So
you can
yeah. So
continue.
this start.
You can continue from final year. Final year when placements came, what happened? Then you can reach to like redirect to your current internship in France.
Yeah, sure, definitely. So in my final year, in my seventh semester, I was doing this internship with Capgemini, and yeah, side by side, my college placements were also going. The thing was, I was not that proficient in coding in other languages because I was more focused on Python. And in specific Python, I was more focused on AI/ML based applications. I was not touching on the other sides. So I faced a bit of difficulties getting placed through college, but my focus was on higher studies. I got to know that this is what I'm going to do, and I thought I need to do a specialization in this. I
Contra-
need to change. Yes,
Controversial question again. So I
yes,
always recommend students not to do masters immediately after BTech if you don't know what specialization you want. So for those
yes.
students, I suggest ki go work for 2 years, understand what passion you have or what field you want to pursue, and then take specialization in masters. But still, a lot of students get confused. As soon as I finish masters, I will be more skilled and I will get good job, good paying money, like good money. So what do
Hmm.
you suggest? Like what do you say?
Yeah. Yeah. So the thing is, I personally was more focused on research, and I was sure shot that I need to do this, and that's why I went to a direct master's.
Mhm.
Or else, I was also in the same plan of working, going to an industry,
Mhm.
do some projects, go into the IT side, and then think what to do next. I was also in the same plan. That is really a good plan. What I would suggest is,
Hmm.
but the misconception which I also fell into is if you do masters, you'll get higher pay. That's not the case, and that's not especially the case now because that's the past generation. If you learn more, you earn more.
Yeah.
But if you upskill yourself and you know more skills industries, that is how you will earn more. And experience plays a very good role. I mean, industrial experience, having a job, doing masters, and then going to your next job. In that case, I can tell, and if you're good skilled, then you will have a huge salary hike. That's
I
going to be there for you.
I think to support this point, there is a wonderful saying: "Jack of all trades, master of none." In today's industry, that saying is actually very useful You have to know a lot of
Yes,
things. Even if you are not master of one specific skill, that is fine. You know, you can grow, you can get good jobs and things like that. But
because
before in the
everything is
past,
interconnected.
yeah, but before in the past, it was like master of one, jack of none. So, yeah. Thanks for that. So yeah, you were telling about
Yeah.
yourself.
So that's why I didn't mind much about my placements. I did get offers in TCS. I don't remember, two three companies I got
Service-based
some offers,
companies.
but yeah, service. Yeah, that's true. I don't want to go more much into that because I was not more focused. Rather, my focus was on this.
Yeah, yeah,
So in my 8 semesters, after finishing the internships, we had our final projects. I was working on that, and simultaneously, I was looking for colleges. The question why symbiosis, because symbiosis in Pune and I was doing my bachelor's in Chennai. So why I went there was because of one thing. The issue I had in masters is if I want to do a masters in AIML, my course specifications would be in CS or electronical engineering. Some biomedical was not mentioned in that. So that's why I was not able to apply for colleges in Chennai. I got to know some 4 to 5 different universities throughout India which accepts different stream programs as from bachelor's in their masters, and I had applied in Symbiosis. I gave the aptitude test and I attended the interview and I got into that.
Okay, so just again, a lot of misunderstandings or confusions are there regarding GATE. To get into symbiosis, is GATE required?
Not necessarily.
Not necessary. So what is like they have
So
their own
how they
exam?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, so their intake is 30. They say it is like a 50-50%, 50% gate and 50% non-gate, but that depends on how many applicants they get in that year, that quota. But generally, they fix it like that. Priority is given to gate. If you have a gate score, valid gate score, then you can directly go for the interview, or else they have their own internal aptitude test. That's what I did. Because the problem was, I was not sure actually of this. If doing a gate in biomedical will be useful for me to get an AIML course, or should I do a gate in CSE? That's impossible for me because 4 years of CSE I can't study, and that's what I can
True.
do. I can take a break and do, but I was not more focused in taking breaks and all. I didn't want career gaps in my career.
Very true.
So that's why I thought let me go with the non-gate approach. But it is not necessary in my university and my majority. They have this non-gate options also. But if you want to get into IITs, NITs, then gate is the only option.
Okay, so in short, I am assuming that your university helped you to get current internship in France, or was
Yes.
it your research that
Yeah.
you applied to this company?
Both.
Both.
I will say both. I'm doing my research internship in a university here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an educational internship kind of thing,
Okay.
research. So what happened is around December of 2023, like the professor from France here, who is my supervisor, had approached a lot of universities in India
Mm-hmm.
because here they have global connect program where each
Yeah.
professor
More
is
like
assigned.
exchange program. Is it?
I can't say exchange, not an exchange program because their students don't come here. We came here to work for him.
Okay,
He
so it's
calls a
more
lot of
inbound.
meetings.
So he's needing
Yeah,
students and
inbound.
he's reaching out to colleges in India.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what he did. So, and the most luckiest thing for me is that the proposal or the topic in which he wants students was in brain tumor,
Mm-hmm.
neuroimaging,
Mm-hmm.
multimodal AI, explainable AI, whatever are my areas of interest that
Mm-hmm.
perfectly matched.
Mm-hmm.
I sent my resume. And like then he short first they said to shortlist 2 students from your own university and then send me the resume, and then I'll take a look at it and I will see through what can be done next. And then we had interviews, we had some discussion with him, and this he looked at my resume and he found that I would be the perfect fit for it, and that's how I got this internship.
Cool. So again, to add on his point, whatever he's saying is only because he had the right skills needed. If you guys don't have any skill, then obviously you won't get internship is what I would say. So just adding on to his point. Biomed guy is asking how to find internship abroad as a student. I am in my final year of BME. Would you like to
Okay,
answer?
so for this question, every college has an internationalization cell.
ISTIL.
Sorry for my pronunciation. Yeah. So every college has its own norms. I think it will be better for you to approach them because every colleges have signed MOUs with abroad universities, and every time there will be student exchange. Student exchange program. How it works is your third year or find any particular semester or any particular year you can go there and work. So that's how things go. So if you are particularly looking for internship abroad, two ways: you go through your college or go through LinkedIn. Network more on which country you're interested, try to attract people there and try to ask them if I can get internships at your company. I'm really interested to work, come there and work. But the more preferred approach is to go to your college, because they will be having this connect cell. They will be having a lot of
Hmm.
MOUs with abroad colleges, so you can ask them. And if any, by luck, if there is any interns they're looking, then you can get clicked into that.
Right. Adding on to that, I have just mentioned a club called IAESTE. So, if
Okay.
your college is not having it, you can register it individually on their website, and they help with exchange programs. So, my
Oh,
university
that's
had a
great.
club. So, what happens is the university where you are going, you go there, and one student from their university comes to your university. So, it's like a student exchange program, and they upload opportunities. You can apply to it. If you're shortlisted, there will be interview rounds. They will shortlist, like Sairam said, they will shortlist 2 or 3 profiles and send it to the university, and they will select one who will get the internship opportunity. So IST, you can check it out. Bhuvaneshwar is
I'll come
asking.
back just in a minute.
Sure, sure,
Just a minute.
sure. Cool. So meanwhile, I think you guys can quickly tell in the chat, was it like, is it a good conversation that is going on? And I think we've already spent close to 1 hour. We will answer a few more questions
Yeah.
quickly. Cool. So the next question for you was by Bhuvneshwari again. Which software to learn first, AutoCAD, ANSYS, or SolidWorks? I think she
Oh,
is
I
more
think I'm not
interested
the
in
right
biomechanics.
person.
Okay, so I can answer that.
Yeah.
I think the basics is important first, so you can go with SolidWorks. AutoCAD, SolidWorks is pretty much same only, not much of a difference, I would say. Engineering drawing. So either you can study AutoCAD or you can study SolidWorks. AutoCAD is more useful for mechanical engineers, I would say. So SolidWorks and then ANSYS. Biomed guy, next question. I have an interest in AI/ML, also learned Python and done many projects using AI/ML. Should I continue with biomedical domain or should I change? I think that's a good question. You can answer.
So you can do something like me, where, because since you're studying biomedical, you have that domain knowledge, and I would suggest you can work on healthcare projects majorly. It depends on what objective you want to go into the industry, or you want to do a research profile. What I'm doing right now, if you want to go into industry, then I would suggest you to focus on other CS concepts also,
Mm-hmm.
and because that's what the industry is expecting if you want to land a job there. Or else, if you're interested in research, then I would suggest you can go with biomedical plus AI. Healthcare related problem statements you can pick up a lot, and work more on the research publication side. Would publish a lot of papers that will help you a lot, because since you're doing biomedical, I think it would be a good to
Preference
start
to
from there.
healthcare. Yeah, start with healthcare
Yeah.
companies. Preference would be more. If you change, the preference would be first given to CS students who is having knowledge in AI and ML, if I'm correct.
Yes. Yeah, that is true.
Okay. Now Shankar is asking, should we concentrate on COE, the elective subjects, I believe.
Okay. I think the open electives that we choose, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so basically, whatever the electives, I think electives nowadays are designed more like how technologies are being used in healthcare, or any
True.
specific tech plus healthcare, how is there. So I think you can use these open electives as an opportunity to explore more on the field, get some awareness on how specific technologies are worked. If you like it, then I would suggest. So let's say in my case, I was more interested in AI, and in my third year, I had pattern recognition and artificial intelligence as an open elective. So since I knew I was interested in that, I chose that specific elective. Or else you can choose electives to explore multiple things.
Right. And I would suggest the best thing that you can do is do NPTEL one course every semester and swap it with this COE credits. That is the best thing I
Yeah.
would say. So, but I think that is again useful if you know what you want to get into. That will help you to learn a lot and be more focused. One user says, "Big fan Sairam, please tell how to enter AIML."
I think
So
that
I
is some
think
spam account. Some of my circle, some person is doing this work.
so. I think you already discussed. You were discussing that only all this while. Now, Biomed guy says, "Thanks, Sairam." And there is
Yeah,
a
thank
question
you.
from Danush. Hi, I am from
Okay.
REC. So in
Okay.
healthcare, how about IIM? I am doing projects on that job roles.
Indian
I
Institute of Healthcare Management.
I'm not understanding, bro. If you can
I
rephrase
also
the
don't.
question,
Yeah.
would be helpful. Narayanan is asking,
Sorry.
Does
Yeah.
working on biomedical AI domain cost a lot of stress? Because I see hair fall for you. Please reply. I am planning to enter this
Oh,
domain.
okay, so it sees I'm having hair fall. Oh man, this is going to be depressing for me. No,
Okay. So
I
is your
enjoy my
friend?
job.
Is your
I
friend? No.
I don't know.
Narayanan.
Nope. I
Thanks. That's a really cute question there. Then there is one guy called Mottai Madi with Supri. Great chat.
okay. This is
Known
some
person.
person from my friends list. Yeah, I know.
Great. Bro, I had one question for you. That is, I think, today's
Okay.
best question for the day. So, there is one subscriber who reached out to me today morning mentioning a
Okay.
concern, and I told her that I will discuss it in the live today evening. Let me just open that question quickly. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
it's a long message. I will read it out. Hi there, I am Rida Koilka. I'm currently pursuing BTech BME first year from MGM University, Aurangabad, Maharashtra. Recently, I've started rethinking my decision about biomedical. Some seniors in my college advised us that we should draw our admission from this course, saying, you understand Hindi?
Oh, yeah.
राइट सेइंग इसमें कुछ नहीं रखा है, हम फाइनल ईयर में हैं, हमें लेट समझ आया, तुम्हारा फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर भी नहीं हुआ, यू हैव टाइम, कोई और कोर्स चूज कर लो. आई डिसाइडेड टू स्टडी BME आफ्टर वॉचिंग यूट्यूब वीडियोज फ्रॉम योर चैनल एंड गेटिंग टू नो what BME actually is. And I was very confident and sure about my decision. But after my seniors talking shit about it, I am low key confused. What am I doing? Is it actually right? I need your guidance to help me a little, please. So I think you can answer the first,
Yeah,
basically,
I will definitely. Yeah, so I can do. The thing is, I don't know. First, we need to know what those seniors are doing. What kind of skills did they learn? How effectively did they take that course, and where they are right now? Because you should know from which person you should take the advice and what they are doing. If that person himself or herself is not doing well, then what kind of advice, how well will it relate with us? So I would say not to lose hope. See, you have decided this by watching videos through some any other medium. You have got that interest to do. So I would say don't lose hope. Keep that interest, because that interest is the one thing that's going to give you motivation. Even if you get down a lot of times, your interest will give you self motivation and you will work through it. This, as you had said, it is a very vast domain. There are a lot of chances to explore. See, even his work and mine work is completely different, but still we are biomedical engineers.
right?
So there is a lot of things you can explore, so you don't need to worry much, don't stress on it.
So,
As I say, let the first year go as it is, and maybe in meantime you start exploring what things you can do in this field and what things you like from that.
so
So I specifically like DIML. So some you can like any other thing and fix on that and upskill yourself side by side. And I'm sure you will do something great.
cool. Adding on to your point now, like if I would answer this question, I would say so. The first question that I asked Rida was, how skilled are these people who told you that इसमें कुछ नहीं रखा है and there is no job?
Yeah. What the,
Now I'll tell where they go wrong. I would not blame students only. Like obviously there is mistake on their end. If, as you said, if you're not
Mhm.
doing anything extra, you're not going to get job. So the answer to that is the seniors why they are not getting job could be because they only studied what their college taught them. And just by studying that you cannot get a biomedical job is what I would say. And these seniors mostly will end up going to the training institutes like we had discussed few minutes back and get into the service role, get a low paying job, and then crib about the domain. Second thing, since you said that you wanted to do this because you were confident you will do well, I would say if you stick to it right now for next 4 years, you will feel happy about it. Rather than you taking another course, getting a good paying job, but then ultimately feeling that
regrets.
my interest was that and I'm not doing that, even though I'm getting paid well. So I would always say that do what you love, do what your calling is, that will take you a long way. Like if your seniors are not having job, maybe you will be the one who will after 4 years will get the highest package from that university.
And you will be
So
an inspiration for your juniors.
absolutely. So Rida, to answer your question, this was it. Cool. Biomed guy is asking about LLM, large language
Okay,
models.
LLMs. Okay, okay.
You
Okay,
can
I got
just
it.
walk through
Yeah.
LLMs though.
Yeah, so I'm not much into that side. So LLMs, that's basically generative AI. So LLMs, as the name suggests, large language models, it's trained on large amount of data and the model is very big. So that's why large in two perspectives, and this is used to do general language related, text related tasks like language translation, Q&A, machine translation, many other things. So the chat GPT we have, that is also an LLM. So
Hmm.
we ask it some questions and it gives up some answers. So what was his question? Like
What
he
is
asked
what is
some.
large language models? Like he's just asking.
Okay, okay.
He's doing AI
Yeah, see
ML
that's.
course, so he's just curious to know
Mm-hmm.
what it is like
So this is
basically.
a hot topic in the industry right now. A lot of companies from small scale startups to big MNCs are focusing and pushing to a lot of contributions in LLMs. Right
Okay.
still, but I am a bit controversy in that thing because when you too many cooks spoil the broth. You know
True.
that proverb, right? So
Yeah.
I don't want to be a cook to spoil that broth. So anyways, I have my own specialization. Mine is in image processing computer vision. So I'm more focused on that thing,
Okay.
but it is very good to to be open and to learn other tech
Man,
and
I
other
think
things
I
also.
should also start learning this. Now you are mentioning all this. I am also curious. We can do all this with this. Being a sales guy, I don't think I feel less confident to do coding because my maths. I tell everyone 34 out of 100 in my 12 boards in maths, and me doing coding is impossible. So, right. Thanks for answering that question. Next is from Swapna Singh. Please suggest your research paper in holes like Shruti Hassan in 7 a.m. Arivu movie. I don't know. Do you watch Tamil movies?
Yeah, I do watch, but I'm not able to understand the question.
Please suggest your
Please,
research
see,
paper.
so I could not understand the
Same.
reference of that movie. Like the I think she
You have
wants
seen
to say
that
something.
movie?
Yeah, I have seen. I don't.
So is there like a
I don't
scene
understand.
where she is studying or doing research, kind of something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, she does something. She uses the hero for her research, and she tries to do something. Yeah, I couldn't recollect much, but
So maybe you are
like
potentially seeing an assistant right there on the comment.
yeah, I'm
Cool.
most welcome. You
Now,
can text me in LinkedIn.
next question from Shankar. As a fresher, which
Okay.
course would you suggest for us in NPTL? Maybe you can suggest a general course. I would say rather than NPTL, CS50 is the first course that he already recommended.
Obvious.
Now,
Yeah.
from NPTL, what do you think?
So it depends on what thing you want to do. So if you're more oriented in CS, then go. I don't remember
I
the
would,
particular course names. It's been a
yeah,
while
it keeps
me
changing.
going through
What
NPTEL.
I would suggest is if you want to follow his footsteps, like you want to explore brain, like neurology, neural engineering, things like that, start with demystifying human brain.
It's a
Wonderful
great
course.
course. Yeah.
Either ways, if you are not going to do AI ML in that domain, that will help you to do your projects or maybe another research in coming years of your college. So demystifying human brain, the course that he did, I think you can suggest it.
Yeah, I will definitely recommend that. It's a great course.
Cool. Next question is from Sean T. Sujit. He is my junior from college. He's in final year.
Okay.
He's in final year right now. Is
Okay, that's
it a
great.
good decision to do PG abroad after completing UG? So he's asking immediately after finishing BTech, is it good to basically do masters?
Yeah, we had discussed on this right previously.
Right.
So
So,
that depends on the objective. If you are more focused on doing a specialization and research, if you're very confirmed, then I would suggest go immediately,
so
or else it's better to go to industry and observe the trends.
okay, I will take a general situation here. Most of the students are clueless, I would say. They have just
Hmm.
touched the basics of all the domains, I would say, in biomedical engineering. After 4 years of college, if I tell a student to do signal processing or image processing or anything, they cannot do it because
True.
theory they are not able to implement it practically. And you would know that in college the labs that we do is we only don't know what we are doing. I didn't know what I am doing. So in this
Okay, let's not
situation,
talk about that
in
maybe.
this
Yeah.
situation, you have a lot of friends who would be doing BTech, masters immediately after BTech. I don't want you to name anyone, but I think majority of would be doing masters. Like? Do you have friends? A lot of friends doing masters immediately after BTech.
Yeah.
So differentiate your situation and their situation. You both are in the same
And you're
place right now.
going, after this,
No,
I'm going to get.
I will,
Yeah,
bro.
I'll say. Yeah. Yeah,
I
I'm
will
ready
quick.
to answer.
I will first tell my general opinion. My friends,
Okay.
a lot of them are struggling, a lot of them are doing great. But what I feel, what I've learned from all the groups is that immediately when you do masters after BTech, you do not have the knowledge, the passion that you are telling, interest or calling. And you doing masters, Is like you do your research and you will feel that okay, prosthetics is good, okay, neural engineering is good, it has future, it has good growth rate, I will do specialization in neurology. You do masters and then you struggle to finish your masters. After masters you are someone with specialization in neuroengineering, and then if you want a high paying job you have to stick to that specialized job roles, and that will pay you more obviously. But then if you're not having that skill, do you think you can get into a job? Now, what is
Yes, you
happening
can, but you
for
need
my
to.
friends is
Yeah,
that they invested 45, 50 lakhs. Uh, they are studying 8
abroad.
hours, part time 8 hours, remaining 4 hours, food, cleaning, college, work, everything they are doing. So, basically, what do you think? I don't feel that that much struggle if you, that extra 8 hours of part time, if you invest here like you did in learning ML or AI, that will give them better results, is what I feel. So, just like that,
So
according to your
yeah,
friend group, what is your perspective? So, this is my
yeah.
perspective, what I
So yeah,
understood.
and I would also like to add, one of my juniors had asked me recently, like, is it worth to do masters in India, or what's the difference between doing masters in India and abroad? So these were some general questions I had. So what, how, coming to your question, how I differentiate myself from the other students. So I, yeah, there is obviously this trend where people will try to do masters in abroad after doing the bachelor's.
Bachelor's,
They
yeah.
quit from placement cells and they
I
start
think
preparing for IELTS, TOEFL,
I think it
and all these
is.
things.
Do you think it is because of the lifestyle our parents had? When I think when they were there, doing masters was a good big thing, and that eventually helped them to get a
Yes.
job.
Yeah.
But do you think like parents play important like major role here? Ki they are pushing, telling students ki finish your studies, do your masters, and then just start working.
You have example here.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Uh,
sorry, mom. But yeah, that was there.
cool. Yeah, so you can tell, like
Yeah.
as per
So
your
yeah,
perspective.
yeah. So every person has their own dream. So I'm not gonna against it. If you're truly passionate to do a master's in abroad, then no one is gonna stop you. But if you don't have an idea, and just for the sake that you're seeing other people are doing masters in abroad, think it's a cool thing, don't go for that. That I will not suggest, because what you said is true. And now, me being in abroad, what is happening is, it's comparatively good for me because I'm not studying here. I'm doing my intern work here. So as you
Practical.
said, half of my day goes with intern work, half of my day goes with household work, cleaning, cooking, doing
Hmm.
all those things. It takes time and it is tiring efforts, and you won't have rest time to self learn. Since I did the self learn beginning, and I am doing something very specific, I can now sustain and survive here. That's the
True.
main difference between me and others. If
And
specifically I'm talking about
bro,
abroad here.
being blunt, I feel now they just want to escape the country and explore a new country, enjoy the freedom. So I think masters is just another way to escape, is what I'm feeling right now after the
See, yeah, you
experiences
can
that
enjoy the 2 years, but after that you're
you,
gonna get hit bad.
exactly, like I have friends who are done with one course because they are not getting job. They are taking and enrolling another course so that they can get 2 more years of extra time to find a job. Again,
And
investing.
other friend, yeah, and what, so I won't say they're not my friends directly, but friend of my friends, what they are saying is, or what they are feeling is, they come to a particular country, the student visa is for 2 years,
2 years.
and after that they extend the visa for another 2.5 years, and they, majority of the students take education loan. If
Mm-hmm.
they are worth, like, if they have a good income, then okay, it's fine, but not else, you have to take a loan, and just to settle the loan, they go for part time. And they think, and it is a situation they face where the money they earn in part time is way higher than what they do in their
That's
core
because you're
job.
converting
And
it into
they,
Indian currency, man. See, bro, but again, I will be very blunt and I get negative hates for this. But again, it is what it is. Like the way we eat dosa idli here, that's a staple food in US, like burgers or coffee. Like that, the way you drink chai in India is like the way you drink Starbucks outside India.
yeah,
And
yeah.
people who are going there, when I see them posting burgers or when they are posting Starbucks coffee, and I'm like, bro, you have a steak, you post, I will appreciate it. But you are like basically living a bare minimum life there, and we think that they are enjoying life, but they are going through a lot. They have tension, job, assignments, projects. Do you think it's the same?
Yeah, that is. See, because that's what we think. If we work in abroad, you will get paid more. No, you
So
get paid more. You have lot of expenses there. So the pay you get there will match for the expenses you are. doing there. Similar to India also. Here we have less expenses. That's why the pay that you get here is reasonable for the expenses you do. But if you go
So,
there, the expenses are more,
so,
then you get more.
so my friends, few of my friends tell me, bro, this much amount, like, so he invested around 50, 60 lakhs to pursue masters. And he's like, I could have got a property, gave it off to rent, and do my full-time job. I would be living peacefully. So, again, coming
It would be
from
good for the initial days, but after that,
what I would
like if
say
you are
is,
skilled and you're really passionate, then go for it.
from my perspective, two things that I would like to add is want to do masters, do it with your own money, get a crazy scholarship, make your profile in such a way that colleges are giving you admission. Never go through consultancy. They are the biggest scammers, I would say. So no offense, but there are few good ones, good consultancies which are referring college students to good colleges. But most of them, I again would say that end of the day they are making money and you are putting your career in stake. Is what I would say. So first is do it with your own money, get a crazy scholarship, and second thing regarding masters is do it when you feel it's the right time. Now, as I wanted to do masters when I was in second year of college ki immediately BTech के बाद I will do masters, but now I
Mhm.
understood that my calling is sales and I want to do MBA, and I will do it after 5 years. Like when I get a proper understanding about the business industry or the business world and makes sense. So then me just
Yeah,
going doing masters is pointless. So Sean, I think your question is answered. Stalin says, MK Stalin
no,
says, Hi Sairam, very proud of you. You are making Tamil Nadu proud. That's a good one.
that's someone from my friend. By the way, MK Stalin is the CM, Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's the name he's using. So that's a fake account. Someone from my circle is doing this work.
But they are sweet friends. At least they're not toxic.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool. I
that's
think
fine.
that's a lot of
I
questions
am
for
really great
today.
friends.
I hope you're not bored. Do you have time? 5, 10 minutes more?
Yeah, I do have
Okay.
time.
So let's just ask some random questions about life lessons. So first thing, biggest lesson you learned in 4 years of college.
4 years of college.
For me, it was
Maybe
relationship. For me, it was relationship. So
what are you trying to say in relation?
basically, one is because of that relationship, I am here where I am right now because of the depression phase, because of that
Man,
self
you're my man. I relate to you.
because of that self realization phase. Like obviously, when that happened, you are in a situation where you are begging for it and you are doing everything to make that person stay, and then you realize that they are enjoying their life, doing things that they love, and here I am spoiling the life that I can live to. So that's how like I started from this YouTube, and here we are, both of us having this conversation. So I
Yeah,
think,
that's really
but again, it's always good memories that stays with you, a lot of things that you learn. So yeah, one life lesson is have a perfect balance again. So that I
yeah, that
clearly
is
didn't
true.
have when I was in college. So yeah, what is your
I
biggest
was
learning?
I did the same thing what you did. So the same in my final year I was in a relationship. I guess I don't know how to term that. I don't want to talk more on that, but
Situationship.
yeah, basically. Okay, let's not go more into that.
Sure. Some
If
other
she is
day.
watching,
So
then I don't
basically,
know. Yeah.
like I was telling all my fellow students and subscribers that when the day we hit 5K, we will have a detailed conversation about the relationship that I have had. I have had only one relationship which lasted for like 3.5 to 4 years. So basically my
Wow.
entire college life. And so 5K, we both can share it together.
Yeah, I'll also come. I'll share my story, definitely.
For sure. So yeah,
Yeah,
coming
so
back to
yeah,
your
that's
lesson.
what you said. I it was like it for me. It was 1 year, almost year, not that big.
Hmm.
But what she left me at the very down moment. Okay,
Absolutely same.
we're going to talk about that
Right, we'll
separately
keep
then.
it
So I will
there.
say what it is. Yeah, I'll talk more about in that
Absolutely,
thing.
man.
But I would say in one way I thank her. I'll
Same
say
here,
this
bro.
because
Always
if
be.
yeah,
My
the motivation, the kick she gave after she left, and I worked like hell for the next 1 year. And
here you are, no?
like
Grinding, hustling.
in my bachelor's, I published around 3 papers only. But just in 1 year of masters, just she left, got to do around 15 to 20 papers in just that 1 year.
Bro, like,
It was just an upscale in everything. She gave me that motivation to do all
huh.
those things.
And I would not say we think it in a bad way. I always felt it in a good way, like
Yeah.
it's life which is teaching you a lesson, so get back to it and kill it.
Maybe
So,
she's not the one for
bro,
you. You
so
might get someone.
so one really good thing that happened because of the breakup was that, so 4 years of college I didn't make friends, bro. And when I
Hmm.
realized, like you said, downfall, I was in Bangalore, new city. My life has like a different shit story altogether. With that, I am in third year during COVID time in Bangalore, new city, all alone.
Okay.
Next day, bomb. and then and then when that bomb dropped, I was like, whom to call? And I took my phone. I didn't have any friends. And bro, like
Oh.
today, I have so many friends who will stay by me in my ups and downs. So like I'm really grateful for that as well.
Yeah,
So
same here.
end of the day, man, toxicity will not take you anywhere. Be grateful, be a well wisher always, and good will come to you. So a relationship is one lesson that stays common for both of us. Second thing, any other.
Maybe like since
I'll
it
go
was
first.
lockdown for us, we couldn't. Yeah, sure,
I'll go first.
definitely.
Like second realization for me was I wasted my college days doing irrelevant shit which never mattered in my life. And I think now I'm trying to learn, but with a full-time job, I'm not finding time to learn. And now I'm thinking that when I was in college, I could have. See, you knew what you wanted to do. I was like still exploring. So I was
Okay.
like, I did few courses here and there, but now I think if I go back to first year, by end of fourth year, I will be specialized in one different topic like you. Maybe AI or ML or video editing or something that I like, or podcasting or anything
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that sort. Cool. That was like second
So
realization.
for me, what I would say is my social circle was also not that great. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking from the professional side. Professionally, academically, I was doing very well, but apart from that, I was not even exploring other parts of. I was in that typical nerd definition I said before. I was in that phase. Studies, studies. So life equal to studies. I mean, if you earn more, if you get a good job, that is what life is. That was what I was thinking at that time. But some special people in my college days had made me realize that that is not what life is. And later part of my college, I realized that, and now I am literally enjoying and living life in all aspects.
That's really good to hear, bro.
So, and now I know that life is not only studies, and that is something beyond that too.
Same, right? So, like, I think from college days, I have one friend. Her name is Rebecca. She is married. She's in Israel, married and all. So
Okay.
young. She's happy. So she is one friend that is very constant from my college days. Then I have few boys. Deepan is there. Samson is there. So like count 4 5 folks that out of 60, out of 40, there are like 4 5 who are like constants for me. So now everyone's busy. Everyone's having different life. Any
That is
question for
true.
me, bro? Any random question that you can think of?
Random question. So you, since you, I was curious about your relationship, but you said you will say it in a
5K.
different,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
different. Yeah. So I'm not gonna ask about that. This question is like, what did you do in your bachelor's? Like I told about my 4 years,
Bro, so
but how was?
quickly, like first year when I went to college, did you know what coding is when you were in college? Okay, when you were in first year, what do you think computer science engineers do? What, like computer engineers, what they do? What was your
I thought
thinking
they,
process?
I thought it was mostly on web development, app
Huh.
development. I
When I
would know
joined
more about.
college in first year, I thought computer science engineers make computers. That's all. Electronics engineers, they make radio, like fridge, TV. Mechanical engineer, cars. Civil engineers, buildings. And instrumentation, I didn't know. ECE, I didn't know what they do. And so I come from a tier 3 city, Raipur, which is in central
Okay.
part of India. So I
Okay.
never am exposed to, much kind of education or these things, like a very basic education, I would say, which a normal person can get. So when I was in college, I see other department people talking about coding. Did you learn C? Did you learn Java? I'm like, क्या बात कर रहे? Like, what are they talking? So
Oh
I
yeah.
asked my friends, and then sometimes what happened is I felt that I am making a fool of myself. Okay, how dumb I can be that I'm doing engineering and I don't know anything. So first year only studies, कॉलेज में जो पढ़ा रहे हैं वो पढ़ना है. Second year से I started listening to a lot of podcast. रणवीर अलाबादिया, Beer Biceps, Raj
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Shamani,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan. And when I think 2 months down listening to podcasts, I actually understood a lot of things about different industries. And then in through one of the podcasts, I understood that hackathon is something which you can take part of, even if you know coding or you don't know coding. The basic purpose is they will give you a problem, you have to come up with a solution. So in second
Yes.
year, I took part in one of the hackathons conducted by Harvard, which was into healthcare, and
Oh,
we came up
okay.
with an innovative idea, which was like quickly I'll tell you, which was basically in a city like Bangalore or metro city, traffic is very much. Accident happens, ambulance cannot reach in the golden hour.
And yeah.
So what we thought is, Ola Uber is very accessible. हर 2 minute में Ola Uber, as soon as you book it comes in. So we will just integrate, we will just develop a taxi kind of a thing. Backside पे there is an emergency in the application. You press an SOS button. The cab will come. There will be a transparent sheet. Lay down the bed. Basic compact
Yeah,
parameter
yeah.
measuring things will be there, and that will be like a duo ambulance come taxi. And
That's great.
we just presented this, and they all got amazed. We got a funding, I think 4 5
Wow.
lakhs, which we never got.
That's
Basically, we got
yeah,
5,000.
yeah, okay.
So we never got the money, so we won that. So that hackathon gave me the interest to solve healthcare problems. So that I just started doing that by focusing on exams. Then Ishan Sharma, do you know Ishan Sharma? He's a
Yeah.
YouTuber. You would know him, right?
No, no, no. I thought the
No,
cricketer.
no,
Sorry.
no, no. So Ishan Sharma is a podcaster. So he used to make in his college
Okay.
days. He used to always tell ki be
Okay.
open to learn new things. So in my
Okay.
second year onwards, I started doing internship, business, sales, graphic designing,
Oh,
video
great.
editing, and
Wow.
then business development. I liked. I like talking to people. I like meeting strangers, and I was like, okay, sales is this thing. But in college, everyone used to take sales is worst job you can take. So much stress, this, that, and all. And third year projects though I never did in college, bro. Small projects I did. And COVID hit. COVID time pe I came for internship, sales only. Then did sales for 1 year, and I joined at a 10,000 rupees job when I started career, and then
Okay.
joined Scalar Academy. If you know, it's a tech firm.
Yeah, yeah.
Then somehow I reached Scalar Academy. I knew that I wanted to do sales. Then till that time I didn't know that there is something called medical sales, medical sales of
Okay.
medical equipments. I didn't know that. So Scalar Academy, when I joined, I learned a lot about sales, learned a lot about software development, DSA, system design, low level design, high level design.
Yeah,
You know,
they do a
so
lot great in that. Yeah.
being in first year, so that's one success story that I share with everyone. First year of college, I was someone who didn't know what computer science engineers do, and I ended up selling course worth 3 lakh of rupees to the C-level people working in service-based
Wow.
companies and Amazon, Microsoft. So I got to talk to data engineers from Workaday. You know, Workaday is a company. So
Okay.
the head of data engineer,
No.
53 years old, I'm calling him 24-year-old, talking about his career, telling him do this, and ending up selling 3 lakh rupees of a course.
That's
So
really great.
I think that is one thing which I always tell everyone. If you even if you don't know but learn, it will help you somewhere or the other. And 10 months I worked in Scalar, clocked a revenue of 1.7 crores, I think. And
Wow.
I would have got a promotion, but then I like knew about medical sales and I wanted to shift immediately because the more time I spend in education technology, the doors will get closed. Ki, you have this
Okay.
experience and lack of
Understandable.
experience. So then I ended up applying to a company through LinkedIn called ZocDoc. So they are a SaaS
Okay.
platform for doctors in the US to solve the problems that they
Okay.
face in their day-to-day activities. So from there I shifted to ZocDoc and now I'm here doing sales for last 1 year for the US market.
That's great.
So that's my story, short, sweet, simple. But there is a lot of struggles in these 4 5 years,
We
man.
just, yeah, I can understand from that because like you just say all the good things, but we know how much you would have
Yeah.
struggled behind that.
So Arya Kingdom is asking how to get research papers. So if you don't know, since you are also involved in scale research work, Sairam, like there is a website called SciSpace,
Yeah.
SciSpace. So I was actually asked to promote SciSpace through with them. They saw a couple of my YouTube videos, so that's how I got to
Okay.
know about SciSpace. Really good for people who are wanting to do research papers. You can upload a research paper. It will give you 2 paragraphs summarize. And a lot of times what happens is there will be data given and we will not understand it. Take a picture of that data, upload it, and it will give you the entire explanation of that
Yes.
data. It can convert your paper into a PPT presentation. So really wonderful software for students who want to go into the research field like Sairam. SciSpace is wonderful. Any other platform that you can recommend, Sairam?
Actually, I'm not much into that things. I am quite controversial because it will see if you're relying much on AI for your everyday tasks,
You
then
can
you won't
comment
use your
better.
intelligence.
You can comment better
See,
on that.
I can say a thousand of tools, but I won't recommend anything. I would say go with the hard way because
Manually,
I did
yeah.
it in the hard way.
Hardware takes you
I
long
did it
way.
in the hard way, yeah. And yeah, it takes time. You will struggle, but you will get the recognition, and it will be worth.
Great. I think no more questions. If you guys have any random questions for Sairam, please feel free to ask.
Yeah, off
What
academics
else?
also, I'm
So
ready to
you are in
question.
France currently, right? What
Yes.
is the time there, if you don't mind? I think it follows Eastern time zone.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Eastern.
We are, this is three and a
Three
half
hours
hours back
back.
from India.
So how is France?
Yeah, it's great. So actually, right now I'm in
So
place called Avignon.
okay.
Okay. No, you were asking
Now I was
something.
asking like, tell me two things that you really liked in France. That is maybe not
Uh,
that present in
uh,
India.
I won't say specific to France, but first thing is general, no pollution, no dust. It's a clean environment. Climate weather is really good here.
Mm-hmm.
And second is, you know about France, love is in the air. I can
People,
see that every day. That it's
nice.
the city of love. It's the fashion capital. So I can see good fashion sense being here, and I see and observe a lot of love and romance. It's filled in the air. It's really nice to be a part of that environment.
That's nice, bro. I always wanted to go outside India, but let's see when I can do that. So yeah, thanks for that. So how is education
Yeah.
there compared to India?
Education, say I personally in this place, I don't see much competition. There is no that much competency. What I observe about people here is they're happy with whatever jobs they are. They don't think that I'm not working in a tech or I'm not working in education. Even a bartender is very happy. Even a low level job is very, I won't consider it as low level job, but there people are very happy with that. I don't see much that race or that competition that we have in India, right? That is not there in this particular place. But out of all the Europe countries, I have heard France is doing really well in research education. The research wise, the labs, the work is going serious. They do it very, but people who are very passionate and interest, they do ekdam serious proper अंदर घुस के करते हैं लोग. But
Nice.
generally not that much of general competition, but very specific if you go, it is great.
Okay. Now I have one request for you. Are you there in the WhatsApp group that we have?
No, not yet. Yeah,
Okay.
I
So
haven't.
the
Yeah.
description of the video, any video if you
Okay.
open. So we have a
Okay.
Biomedversity community. So I started with
Okay.
like 5 members. Now we are closing to 600 people. So students will
That's
ask a
great.
lot of questions, doubts. So if you can join
Okay.
it, they can ask questions
Yeah,
to you.
definitely.
Meanwhile, whenever you are
Sure,
free, you can
definitely.
respond as well. And
Yeah.
meanwhile, we will be posting random pictures or some random gossips. You can also be part of it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
So,
more than happy. Thanks for
uh,
welcoming me for this. Yeah.
one question from Anushka. For internships abroad, do
Okay.
they usually cover accommodation and travel, or is it on us? I think that
Yeah,
depends.
they are. Yeah, it depends. So in my case, I get stipend here. So in that, my travel was fully taken care of my university. But for accommodation, he's giving me stipend, and I'm taking care out of that.
Stipend
You
is good
get
enough?
generally if you're no.
No, it's not.
Okay, it's decent. The thing is, France is a bit costly and expensive country.
Okay.
Like I get paid the same amount any part-time intern gets paid, but that
I
is not enough
I would say
to cover.
it's quality over quantity there. That's why it's expensive, I would say. I think like
But
the
yeah, it's fine. This is going to add a good part in my resume, I know.
absolutely,
So
bro.
that's what I'm more interested than this.
Right. Next question from Biomed guy. How much time it takes to publish a review paper? I uploaded my paper on MDPI journal, but it's more
Okay,
than a week
MDPI.
now.
Okay. MDPI, so see, that's where the tier or ranking of the journal comes. MDPI is a high tier journal. It will take time. For the information, my very first paper got published 2.5 years after I finished the project. So I guess you have to be patient. You have to be patient for a lot of things in life. So be patient, man. See, it depends on what kind of journal. If you want see, that depends. If you want your work to get recognized immediately and you want to get the benefits immediately, go for some low tier journal. you if you go, there is a factor. There are some factors called date to first decision, date to first revision, and also date to first decision is how many days they take to decide whether should I accept or reject your manuscript or whatever it is. So you can look at those parameters for any journal and choose it according to your needs.
Cool.
I would suggest
So
that. But if you want a good publication, please be patient and wait for
I
it.
think Biomed guy is Nitish. So he's working on a AIML based project which is for
Okay.
Alzheimer's. Since you have knowledge
Oh,
in that domain, uh, for Nitish, I have put Sairam's LinkedIn profile link on the chat.
yeah,
You can connect with him, and any other person, whoever wants to connect with him, feel free. I think he would be more than
definitely.
open to network
Yeah,
and help you
I
guys
am
out.
happy to help. Yeah.
Great. So that's another question that we answered.
Yeah,
So,
and
bro,
one personal question for you.
sure.
So I will share one thing about a special person. Before that, I wanted to ask you. So do you had you said you have a lot of friends,
Hmm.
but can you mention any one friend, either male or female, who has helped you a lot in that entire bachelor's time?
Bro, I would say I have three people.
Okay.
One is obviously going to be my ex. So
Okay.
because it was all about friendship and uh, making good memories and things together. So that is one. Number two is my friend Asif. So
Okay.
I did my 10th till 10th I was in North India. 11th and 12th I went to Kerala for that was the first time I was away from home. So I was staying
Okay.
in hostel.
Just a minute.
Sure, sure, sure,
Just a minute. You just
sure.
yeah.
Meanwhile, guys, if you guys have any other questions, drop it on the chat. If not, then I am little exhausted. But if you guys have questions, happy to stay back. But
Yeah.
yes, yeah. So I
Yeah.
was telling
Asif, please.
where I was. I forgot.
Asif. Yeah.
Asif, yeah. So
Mm.
it was a very toxic hostel environment, I would say, because I was treated
Okay.
like an alien, and
Okay.
obviously there was like fights, me getting beatings. There was like that when you are the odd
Okay.
one out, you will have like a toxic environment around you. So Asif was a day scholar, and 11th May we didn't used to talk much. 12th May I don't know,
Okay.
suddenly one day we shared a bench together, and we ended up laughing
Okay.
like anything throughout the class.
Okay.
And then from there we became good friends, and still till date, whenever he has a problem, we won't talk for 3 months, 4 months, but that one phone call that happens, it's still the same like it was in school days. So he has helped me a lot during all the phases of my life, I would say. That is second person, and I think third person will be my parents. Like when I was in college, I was not that close to them. I cannot tell shit that is happening in my life to them. But now I am
Definitely.
in a situation where I can openly tell them and seek some support from them. So these are like three people, and above all, God is there to help us out.
Special mentions to
So yeah,
yeah, that's
what about you?
yeah. So I would like to take this to give a special mention to one of my girl best friend. Her name is Monisha. I got to know her from second year of my college, and as I said previously, I mentioned. So actually, she was the person who made me to understand what life is. As I said, I was in that typical nerdish definition. What I thought was life is only about money, career, studies, like that. But she made me realize that life is something beyond that
More
also.
than that, yeah.
And I had a lot of depressing moments, like the major things in my final years where I used to get in the placements, go up to the final round and get rejected for no reason, and whatever I go to cry, I go to her and I
Fail.
cry the shit out of her.
Hmm.
And then she just consoles me, and my entire, like, I would say the later part of my college life was really sweet just because of that one girl. And I feel
Nice.
I want to give a tribute to her for this.
Maybe.
And we still are in touch. It's going well.
It was good, bro. So
Yeah.
that cheers to that long friendship, and I wish that stays the same forever.
Thank you. Yeah. And
And
above that, as you mentioned, parents, same, we can't
they
say.
stay
And
common, bro.
fine. You,
And
yeah, you can't.
I think with the life we met, we like these people become important to us. It's not that you would have friends from your childhood days now also, but you will not have that connect with these kind of people that you meet all of a sudden. So I'm a very social person. Kevin is my best friend, really close friend. I met him in a game called Valorant. So during
Okay.
COVID, we
Oh,
used to
that's
play
nice.
game throughout the day. I was playing in
Mhm.
Raipur and he was playing in Bangalore. Somehow we connected. When I came to, so from that basically from game friends we became friends, then neighbors, then roommates, and then neighbors
Wow.
again. So
That's nice.
that's like, so these are few unexpected people that come into your
Yeah,
life.
that's like, and we also connect. In my case, I connected back with my school friends. So after school, there are two friends named Anish and Bharat. So like after college started, I didn't connect well, but some back I went back to them, and now we are as best friends together. So some way or the other, we get connected back to the olden things.
Nice.
So these are some good
Cool,
things. Yeah.
bro. We actually spoke for 2 hours, close to 2 hours.
Wow. And time flies, man. I didn't even
Yeah.
realize.
So yeah, thanks a lot, bro. Any other thing would you like to
Thank
say before you leave to all the people?
I wish if you can invite me for more podcasts, I'll be
Absolutely,
more than
bro.
happy. We can
Absolutely.
talk a lot of things because I
Okay,
plan to talk a lot of things.
since you said
Yeah.
this, I will tell you. So I usually am a very analytical person. So usually
Okay.
my average duration on live, average per
Mm-hmm.
person watch rate used to
Mm.
stay like 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Today's live, the
Okay.
average duration for this, can you guess how much it would be? Like anyone
Maybe
who
seven
is
or
and
eight.
anyone who joined the
Less than
session,
10.
they stayed in the live for this much time on an average.
Less than 10 maybe.
Less than 10. Okay, so it is 14 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Bro, so no, why I'm saying this? Today's world, short content, 15-30 seconds, dopamine rush, holding someone for 14 minutes on a live is a really big thing, and all the thanks to you for that. So
You
for sure,
also ask good questions.
that means we need to have more conversations, not only to
Yeah.
education, but yes. So me and Kevin, we are launching a YouTube channel where we rant about our
Okay.
life lessons, stories. So I will be posting the first video today. I will send you the link to watch it.
Okay.
And you can
Definitely.
come there also, where everything is random.
Yeah, that, thank you
Cool.
for inviting me.
My
And why
pleasure.
I also said this is because I see the comments, I see the circle and the connects you have. And my purpose now I feel is because I couldn't get the proper mentorship at my time. I learned everything the hard way.
Hmm.
I feel students should not get in that. They should get the proper mentor because I literally wasted 6 months to 1 year by doing random things. What you said, I didn't know what I was doing, and till now I
Hmm.
don't know
Hmm.
why
Hmm.
I did those things.
Hmm.
If students can get that kickstart, especially biomedical or AI/ML in core what I am interested, I'll be more than happy to help them because if any students get benefited from this, that's the satisfaction we get. Because
Absolutely.
even yesterday, a junior of mine had called me and said that I got placed in a company in Mumbai regarding biomedical and
Bro,
AI. So I'm
since you said that, I will add, uh, talking about my channel in general, there are like
okay.
1,700 folks. But all
Yeah,
this
that's right.
1,700 are the ones who want to be successful in life, I would say. Why I'm saying that is because they actually reach out, ask for guidance, ask for support. And what I feel is like, I cannot curse, but then I go to colleges. I am telling students, I am ready to help you. Just reach out to me, and no one reaches out, and that's really sad to see.
I've gone through the same thing. Yeah.
But then I feel like when I have 1,700 to focus on, let's focus on that side, and eventually people would come in. So yeah,
Yeah,
I am really
that's good.
happy
See,
that you
yeah,
are also having the same goal, bro.
yeah, that's the same vision. Yeah, we share the common vision. That's
Right. So again,
even though
did
we
it
do
feel
different things.
did it feel that we are talking for the first time?
No, I like initially I like, to be frank, I didn't know much about you.
Huh.
Like I didn't know what you were
That's
doing.
why.
We connected through LinkedIn, and we also thought I wanted to do a planning meeting,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
said
yeah.
like
I
we
so
could cross. So
that's
yes,
exactly
yes,
why I wanted to raw is because if you know everything about me, if I know everything about you, then it will we feel monotonous. Even though for people it will be new. So I wanted it to keep it fresh. Ki you tell, I will
that's
tell, and
nice. Yeah.
and now our first conversation is in internet. So whenever 20 years later you will say I met this guy online and this is the first conversation we have had, you will have a
Then
place
I
to
can
go.
I can say that maybe years later, when your channel hits with millions of subscribers,
Oh,
hopefully it
that's a
should.
huge
Then I
number.
can say that I was a person in the initial phase of the
Bro,
channel.
if I am
I
hitting
can,
1 million, you guys would be there with me on the live.
yeah,
So yeah.
you will, man. If you just continue this good work and if you do it, you
Bro,
call
I'll
a
tell
lot
you,
of
see,
people, then I am sure.
I know the problems that I have. Like, I'm not posting every day. I am very
Mhm.
regular. Nowadays, like from last 1 month, I'm only doing Sunday lives. And
Okay.
people are asking for videos. But then I don't know if you can relate. There are some days in your life when you feel so stressed and like you leave everything and then just sit and just do what you
Yes.
like. So I'm like
Yes.
every day I'll get up, I will feel like so you do you know the concept called eat the frog?
No, I haven't
No,
heard
so
of
eat
it.
the frog is basically a concept that as soon as you get out of the bed, brush, wash face, sit in the desk and do the most tiring thing for the day and finish it off. So
Okay.
for me, it's recording video, editing it, and uploading it. It takes like 1.5 to 2 hours. So every day,
My day starts with questioning my
existence.
existence. Yeah. I
that
sit 10 to 15 minutes thinking about why am I being here?
that
What am
is
I doing here?
so that is my problem right now. When I'm trying to deal with it, maybe if you have suggestions, key, I'm getting up. I know I have to do it. I have to get up. I have to sit and make video. But then I am like, man, it's okay. I cannot.
Yeah, we generally think to procrastinate it, right?
Now, procrastination basically. And now I feel the biggest reason for that is dopamine that I'm getting from Instagram Reels. I think I know the reason also, but I don't know how to fix it. If you have any suggestions, since you are good at demystifying the brain, you can. I follow Andrew Huberman, by the way. You would know him.
Okay,
Do
wow.
you know him?
And Andrew,
Andrew
sorry,
Huberman.
I didn't
He is
know.
a professor from Harvard, researcher, and he makes
Oh,
crazy podcasts. You will love it.
no. Yeah, I will look at it. Now I know Andrew. I was relating to another Andrew.
Tate.
Okay, yeah.
Andrew Tate, the world guy.
No, no, not
No?
that Andrew. Yeah, everyone knows him for sure. I was saying Andrew NG. So he's also a professor from Harvard, mostly on AIML. So he's like we call
No.
him the father of deep learning and all.
Okay,
So I
so
related to that person.
Andrew Huberman, he only posts research on brain. So since you are
Okay.
interested to know more about brain, he talks about how your food is impacting the brain. When you think something, how it impacts your brain. What are the neurological things that are happening inside the brain? How neurons are acting up, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can watch it. So this eat the frog
Yeah.
thing I got to learn from his schedule. So he has like a schedule to improve yourself basically. So
So you, since you asked my suggestion, what I would say is recently I have been reading a book called The Secrets of Life,
okay,
and that book talks only about one thing: the law of attraction.
okay.
It
Do you
says the
believe
law
in
of attraction is
manifestation?
the Yeah, I do.
Same here, man. Nice,
Yeah.
good to know.
So recently I'm more attracted to the law of attraction itself. So I feel that that is guiding or
But
guarding
bro,
us. So regarding your case, yeah.
do you feel nowadays this law of attraction manifestation thing is becoming a FOMO and everyone is just talking about it even if they are not doing anything about it? Do you feel so? I feel so.
Yeah, the main source is Instagram Reels
YouTube,
itself.
yeah, correct.
Mhm. Yeah,
Like
social
same
media.
same way like there some guy started 75 hard and now everyone is having some channel 30 days 25 days 30 days 15 days.
That's become a
So it's
trend.
like
Yeah.
trend, yeah. So yeah, you were telling about
Yeah.
reason. You were
Yeah.
coming to a
Regarding your
point.
thing, you
Huh.
said right. So you said that you don't like that thing, right?
Hmm.
Whatever task you mentioned.
Hmm.
But what I got to know and what I read from that book is it says that the law of attraction does not know about the magnitude, means
Hmm.
the sign.
Hmm.
So if I say I like video editing, and if I say I do not like video editing, it means the same that I like video editing.
Huh. Okay.
So it doesn't know that if you're think and also it says that if you're thinking about bad things, you when you think more and more about it, it becomes a habit to you, and
You
ultimately
always be
end up
negative.
hating that thing.
So
Yeah, so
basically, you
if
are
every day I wake
manifesting
up and
negativity yourself.
no, I'm not trying to say that. What I'm trying to say is, if you think that video editing is whatever job it is, example, video
Mm-hmm.
editing, as you quoted, it is boring. I don't like it. I should not do it. If you think every day, the next upcoming days when you wake up and think, the more and more hatred gets built up, and you will never like doing it. Instead, if you think, man, this is something cool, I should try it. This maybe I should get an interest and work on it. If you think in a positive way,
Hmm.
that positivity when you build upon,
Hmm.
someday you will end up and you will change yourself and saying, I love video editing, man. The
Nice.
thing which I hated the most has
So
become the
now,
thing as then
so
it
now one
doesn't
thing.
work for everyone.
So one thing that I'm doing now, and it's actually helping me out, is evenings when the sun is about to set down, and I will go to my terrace and I will say affirmations. I will say
Wow.
affirmations for like 15-20 minutes, and after that I feel
Okay.
really good, and it is helping me. So I'll keep doing that. And thanks for your suggestion as well. I will make a note
Yeah,
of it
that's what
for
I
sure.
do recently. Like, see, every person has some problems in their life.
Yeah,
Not any, it's not a bed of roses
bro.
for everyone, even the richest stuff. Yeah.
That's why the richest ones always say that everything is about consistency. And I know the day I get consistent in YouTube, I will grow really well. But I'm not being able to be consistent. So yeah, the saying is
Don't
true.
lose hope. That's what I say. Yeah.
But yeah, bro, like
So
there are some days, like I
yeah,
said, when you question your existence.
that
And
I do
then
every day.
like some days I think, why exactly I am doing YouTube? Some people are seeking guidance and I am helping them. But what is the point? But after all that negative thought, there is one positive set key. I wanted to do it and I'm doing it. So let's just do it.
That's that's what I was trying to say. Is that everyone has problems in their life,
Yeah,
but if you just sink in that depression, saying that I'm the saddest person, I get all the problems, that's not going to give a solution.
true.
Instead, that's what I personally learned. Don't be sad about the things you don't have. Instead, be happy
Be
with the
grateful
things
for
you
the
have.
things you have. Yeah,
Be grateful and happy. In that way, you will look life in a very good way, and you
true.
will understand, appreciate, and love life. That's what I think, and that's why even though I get depressed or the moments that you say, and I just quit from that, saying that no man, whatever I'm doing right now is
It's
good.
good.
Whatever I have in my hand is good. Initially, like, I used to stress a lot. Like, even this internship also for 6 months. After that, what am I going to do? Will I get a job? I'm going to do PhD. I was like, let me live the moment. Let me enjoy France. Let me
One thing at a
enjoy
time.
what, even though I'm broke, even though I'm alone, there are a lot of problems I face, but
True.
still, be happy with whatever you have. Life will give you something good for you.
True.
That's how, with that positivity, I move along.
Cool. I think, bro, a lot of
Mm.
time. I think you can
Yeah,
take a leave and I will just stick for 5-10 minutes and I will end the
sure.
live.
And yeah, sure. Thank
Thanks
you
a
so
lot.
much
I'm
for
really
inviting
grateful
me.
for
It
you taking
was,
your time.
yeah, it was literally a great session, man. And
Thanks
I
a lot.
feel we should do
More
more
often,
often
absolutely.
regarding the tech or the
Now
professionalizing
I
or
will
even random shit
now I
talks we
will
did
trouble
right
you
now.
more on LinkedIn so you can expect my messages. Now
Yeah.
that we know each other.
And
So
even,
yeah.
yeah, that's great. And even the random shit talk we did right now, that was also really great.
Yeah.
I
So
enjoyed it.
if you leave and then be on the live, I will show like first 10-15 seconds of our
Yeah, I'll
podcast.
join that one.
You can watch. It's going to be funny.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, you can watch it.
Yeah, sure, man.
Thanks a lot,
Take care.
Saira. We'll stay in
We'll
touch.
meet later.
Bye bye.
Sure, definitely. Take it. Bye bye.
So I'm coming back on main screen. Give me a second. So yeah, I hope the session was great. If yes, please let me know in the chat. Now, no more studies, okay? No more studies, no more academics. You can ask questions, I will answer it. But what I wanted to do is, I told you guys that me and Kevin are starting a YouTube channel, if you guys remember. And we recorded our first podcast, and it is very funny and it is very cringe as well. So if you guys want to laugh and if you guys want to see few glimpse of it, I will show it to you guys. I think the first 5-10 seconds, and then you guys can tell whether it's good enough to upload or not. What say? If you guys are there, yes, no, I will appreciate it. Meanwhile, I'll just try figuring out where it is. By the way, if you guys don't know, I have one screen here where I'm seeing the chats and things like that. So don't get confused. Why exactly I'm looking back. Cool. No message in the chat, so let's just skip it. Yo, definitely wanna see it. Cool. That's a message from Varsha. Hmm. There you go. The screen is blank. The screen is blank. The cringe is about to come. So this wonderful friend of mine who is starting this channel with me, he said he will help me to edit videos and upload it, make thumbnails and everything. And that guy is missing, by the way. I haven't seen him after we recorded the video. So you guys can see him. Cool, are you guys ready to laugh out loud? There you go. I just play it. Rarely people would get these kind of friends when I was playing games.
I'm still working, but with like abilities.
Most of you guys would be watching movies. After that game, suddenly there was a WhatsApp group with 3 of us in it.
They're like chicks.
Mm.
I can't say that.
So guys, cool. That's enough. I think that first few part was enough for you guys to tell me whether it's good enough or not. People would
Have it
get
a look
these
once
kind of
again.
friends when I was playing games.
I'm still working, but with like abilities.
Most of you guys would be watching movies. After that game, suddenly there was a WhatsApp group with 3 of us in it.
They're like chicks.
Mm.
I can't say that.
When I try to show you few moments. COVID, I think close. Okay, never mind. That's enough. Yeah. That's enough. So, rate it out of 10. How cringe it is. How cringe it is. I'd love to hear that. There you are. I'm back. The live. Cool. What do you guys think, bro? I think it was audible and it was good enough so that you could understand what I spoke or what he spoke. So it's basically a video wherein we are doing a lot of blunders and talking about random shit. And we are going to grow really big in coming 3 months. All I need is you all to subscribe and watch the videos. And join us whenever you guys want to talk or be part of that channel. Do you guys want a link to subscribe to it already? Early access, it seems. If you guys want to do subscribe already, I'll share the link right away. Where's the chat? Okay, Shankar is laughing. So I will, for sure, I'm getting you on this podcast once for sure. Anushka, yes. Okay, chalo, I will share the link for that channel. The problem that I'm facing is I'm not able to export the video. Entire editing is done. I took 2 hours to edit that video and I'm not able to download it now. So I'll probably will screen record it in this and I would for sure upload it tonight itself. And while sleeping, you guys can laugh out loud and have a good sleep. So the channel is called Mask Off. That is also a story. We were discussing about names. So we thought first we will not show our faces, wonderful faces, and we will just put mask and record. Then we couldn't find good mask. And then I'm telling Kevin, let's change the name. And I was like, bro, Mask Off is good. Mask Off. So that's how we came up with that name. That's the channel. You guys can subscribe to it already. And press the bell icon. Midnight I will try to upload the video. You guys can watch it. Laugh out loud and have a good sleep. I think that's enough for today. And as usual, I will play one of my favorite tracks that you guys can listen to. And we will call it a day. Cool? Sounds good? Today I will make you guys listen to Coastline. Bye Shankar, have a great day, have a great night, and I hope you have a deep sleep. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And I will just play the music. I think no more questions. Thanks a lot for joining, guys. I think this session was great. You got to learn a lot about AI, ML, neuroengineering, and Sairam was exceptional. And I didn't expect actually the conversation would go really well because, as I said, we were speaking for the first time. So thanks to everyone who joined in, and I believe this live was helpful. And I will see you next Sunday, and let's see if I can get out of this struggle mode and upload more videos regularly from the coming week, which is from tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, stay home, study well, grow well, and make the best out of the next week. So I'll see you on the next. Gonna play a good song for you guys. Listen to it and then go if you guys are free. And I will see you soon, Sunday, 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m. live again. Bye bye. Sorry, the song got changed.